podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just the
body punching?
When I was hitting him with body punching. I heard him, actually, he was crying in there. You're saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him? When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on?
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
So that you knew you had him by that time? Absolutely, but I knew he was tough and he was taking those punches.
Deontay Productions.
Making women gestures like, oh.
Let's go, champ.
It's the champ. Shannon the champ with the fake champ. Vitaly Vladimir Klitschko.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
I'm a team like he's a C+ fighter. I'm gonna dominate. I'm a dog this fight.
I'm talking about punishment. We're gonna punish you for 12 rounds. Either the referee says you had enough, or you can say you had enough, or you can stay your ass there all night until you ain't had enough.
I feel I'm the best in the sport, and to be the best, you got to beat the best. And all I did was beat opponents. I worked my way from the bottom to the top. I won a title by beating top competition and top fighters. This guy was handsome, he's a paper champion.
Do you feel that you're the best super middleweight right now?
100%.
Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ. Damn, that beat be knocking. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. It's usually previews and prediction time, and that's becoming something that we say around here a lot. It's usually a lot of fights happening, but we're bringing you the latest, greatest news that's out there, and I'm being honest, today's actually a pretty good show. Unexpectedly, a lot of big-name topics, so casual should be looking like a hardcore for this particular episode. You know, we have, is Wilder's career on the line in this trilogy match with Tyson Fury? Mauricio Suliman speaks on Wilder and his future and uses the word career over if he doesn't get the win. So we got that to speak of. Topic number 2. ESPN Steve Kim really putting paper to pen over there and writing as much as he can. He pulled out another article and he's presenting the question, can Crawford be a star? What's his next options? Should he go back down to 140 since he can't get a big fight? What should Crawford do? Number 3, David Haye comes out and says he believes that Anthony Joshua is the only guy that could beat Tyson Fury. So we're going to chop it up about David Haye and his thoughts. Then we got Bernard Hopkins, who believes, or should I say not believe, but definitely talking up Charlo, Canelo, setting the seeds, planting the seeds, so should I say, for a possible fight to come. Then we got a lot of news and notes. Hearns goes back and forth with Shakur Stevenson over the Josh Warrington negotiations. We got WBC reinstating Devin Haney, the full champ. Teofimo Lopez says he won't fight without fans in attendance. And we finally got some live boxing to report on in Nicaragua. They taken some precautions to get the fight going. So yeah, we will be obviously talking about that. Those are the biggest topics that we're going to be talking about. You know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Let me head on out to my co-hosts in New Jersey.
What's up, man? Yeah, I just want to say I saw a fight too.
Stay focused, stay working my day.
I saw a fight too.
Boxing voice. Because if he comes to fight, then I'm going to have to look for him, man.
I saw a fight too.
I think you accurate.
Yes. Chop the pie up 4 ways. But Mario's not here. We got Doomy and we got Wilder on the topic. We got Crawford on the topic. True lies, vibes die when bums infest the game. Bogus shit. You woke, but this ain't the morning show. What up, though?
What up, what up, what up, what up? Let's head on out to
I'm the most brutal, most vicious, and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one to stop me. Legend and conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody like me. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match.
Champ, poetic cash. I like that little poetic thing you just did at the end. But boom, what's poetic about Wilder career being over? Nah, champ. I think that he could still take a L and still be able to box. He wouldn't be garnering the same money, but I guess I'm gonna kick it back with the champs, with the team, see what they got to say about this. Well, I'm gonna say it first then.
It's me, Mario.
What is up? Damn, a rough day. I'm not gonna lie, this internet thing sucks. But I think I'm all good, ready to chop it up with y'all. Got the topics and notes, so let's kick it.
What up, man? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Where do we start, man? Deontay Wilder, Mauricio Suliman, everybody doing interviews, everybody taking a Skype and Zoom and anything they can. And look, Suliman, he went on a podcast. I think it's called the Black Eyed Peas or something. Black Eyed Pea podcast. I don't know. Something
It's
like
the barbershop.
Barbershop.
It's called the Black Eye Barbershop. Black Eye, like a black eye.
Okay. Black eye, like the black eye when you got punched in the face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What I noticed that Johnny Nelson was on there, and another fighter. It looked like maybe Scott Quigg. I don't even know who that was, but he was familiar. I heard the audio, and Suliman, I guess, is saying out loud what everybody is kind of feeling. Man, I mean, like, look, Wilder's in a no lose situation, so to speak, because he's already, in the eyes of the public, he got outboxed, then he got knocked out. So is there any bigger way to lose than this? So Suliman is saying, like, he has nothing to lose, but then in the same breath, he says, he has nothing to lose, so he has to take the rematch because of the amount of money, but if he loses, his career is over. And it's like, wait, I thought he had nothing to lose. So, yeah, that's the question, man. What do you guys think? Is Wilder's career over if he loses to Tyson Fury yet again? Yeah, is his career over?
Hey, Joe, listen, it's a simple question. It's direct as it gets, but, like, can it be over? Nah, it can't be over, man. I've seen plenty of fighters during the past. I'm gonna say, all the greats have lost. Man, it's hard to keep that O. And if you're losing to a guy like Fury, like, your life ain't over. As a boxer, if you still want to make money, there's plenty of fights still out there that we want to see. You know what I'm saying? I still want to see a Wilder White and all those type of fights. You know what I'm saying? But it would definitely knock him out of that realm of what we was talking with the coach the other day. He had that not with the coach, but Ishe said that he had that realm of invincibility. So it's like, you got beat, can you get it back? AJ did it, he got it back. So how would we have treated AJ if he wouldn't have gotten it back? You know what I'm saying? What type of situation is that? I think it all depends on if you're gonna stick with your champ till the very end, man.
I'm gonna say it like this: it's a yes and no. His career is over too. A certain part of his career will be over. If he loses to Fury, Fury becomes the undisputed, in my eyes, solidified, because he has the O and AJ has a 1 on that loss column. The glove gate controversy goes out the window. It's unofficial. And Wilder falls below AJ, but haters are going to still say, oh, I don't want to see Anthony Joshua and AJ. But people like me are going to be like, yeah, I do want to see what Anthony Joshua has against a Deontay Wilder. I still want to see a fight what Fury and what AJ has. And I still want to see what Ruiz can present to Wilder. I still want to see what, who's that other heavyweight out there? No one knows, whatever. But anyway, I think there's other fights still out there besides AJ. I think there's like the Ruiz, the Kawanaki. He just has to build himself back up to that status.
For Wilder?
Yeah, if Wilder loses.
Okay, you kept saying AJ though.
No, I was saying haters will say, nah, I ain't trying to see if he got beat. The haters are gonna be like, I ain't trying to see AJ and Wilder. Wilder's washed up. Wilder's a punk. But I still want to see what can AJ take away that gun and beat down the bad man?
Yo, look, I'm going to be honest, okay? I'm going to answer the question first of all, but before I answer it, I'm going to preface it by saying I heard the audio and I don't want to put words in Suliman's mouth because it was really weird. First of all, the barbershop people, good looking and stuff, but man, they got to fix that internet. That's the whole reason I didn't come on this morning's show. I was only able to get Wi-Fi. I couldn't plug that thing in. And that was so bad. Like I couldn't understand most of what they were saying, and not hating or nothing. I'm just, as a fan, I couldn't understand it. It hurt because Suliman was pumping up Wilder. This wasn't an interview where he shit on him. This was an interview where he was saying like, yo, this man has done this and that, and he's triumphed and blah, blah, blah. The time off is going to help him. Like he was pumping this man up. And then he said, look, he already lost. What does he have to lose now? He has everything to gain and nothing to lose. But then right after that, it was kind of like mumbled speech. And then he says, if he loses, his career is over. And it was like, wait, what? So I don't know what he was trying to say, but I'll just say this. His career is not over at all. Not even a little bit. He can lose. I think he could get knocked out in the first round. I don't think that'll happen, but I'm just saying I think he could. His career is not over. Just like Enrique said, there's way too many good fights in the heavyweight division, and that's the whole reason. This isn't the Fury division. This is the heavyweight division.
His danger part of the career is over. Like him being a dangerous heavyweight, high paid, $35 million heavyweight, that may be over.
Well,
I don't know.
I want to add the facts here. We got some quotes. Addressing the question by co-host Richard Poxon regarding whether Wilder can benefit from the long delay of the third fight with Fury, Mauricio Suliman said July 18th was a little too soon for Wilder to go back to camp after being knocked out the way that he was knocked out. Go back and recover mentally, physically. From such, to be undefeated, 5 years, world champion, and then boom. It's a very difficult task to recover from mentally, plus the physicality of it. But I think this delay is going to help Wilder, in my opinion. So that's on the COVID, and that's kind of like what we said. Everyone is saying that the layoff should help him. We're assuming more time to work. When asked by Johnny Nelson how the Brahms bomber has handled defeat, Suliman replied, he's very well. He's a warrior. He's a monster. And he's got tremendous motivation. You have to understand what a fighter goes through in life before they go through the glory days. Every fighter is a story for a movie. What Wilder went through with his daughter, there were so many days when he didn't know if he was going to be able to provide medicine and food for her. He had lost his mother, seen his father crying. All these things are very powerful, and that creates a very strong character for any boxer. Wilder in particular is a very proud man. He lost, and he knows he lost to Fury, but he knows he has everything to win, nothing more to lose. If he loses again, it's okay because he already lost. All he has is to go and make it and win. Otherwise, his career is over, concluded Suliman. And you see, that's where I'm lost. It's like, wait, you just went through this whole speech about how he's okay and he won't have to do nothing. And then all of a sudden you're like, wait, well, his career is over if he loses.
I think he meant like if he doesn't try to go out there and win, like if he just were to say, you know what, I'm done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's saying that it's a tough thing to go through. So if he didn't go through it and he didn't actually make this attempt, then he'll never do it. If he didn't try to get back on the horse against Fury, then he'll never do it. That's how I interpreted it.
Yeah, well, then that still does mean his career is over, because then when does he do it?
Yeah, but did you hear what he said though? He said
I didn't even hear
the lyric.
The interview.
He said, Yeah, and it's misleading. Those quotes are misleading a little bit to me. I don't think Mauricio Suliman saying if he loses touch, his career is over.
I didn't hear the mumble part that you heard. I mean, you told me that. You're like, yo, see if you can. I didn't hear any mumbling. He was very clear. Like, if he loses, his career is over. It was no mumble there. Like, why he ended it that way, I don't know. But it's obviously how he feels. We've all answered that. So we could actually move on or final thought that.
I'll final thought it real quick. I can't say as to what exactly Suliman meant to say, but what the words say is that pretty much like in order to stay king, he's going to have to win.
For me, my final thought is if somebody says, yo, his career is over, to me, I take that literal. Your career is done at that level and possibly out of boxing, period. I said that in 11 seconds.
And that's how I received it off the headline, but it's not like that, like Mario says, that it's deceiving. But I absolutely don't think that Wilder's career is over, even if he loses to Fury. It's just not over. It can be, because I'll be a hypocrite. I questioned whether or not AJ's career could be over if he lost twice to Ruiz. But again, Ruiz was a 20-1 underdog. Wilder lost to the number 2. It's a little different. He's got a little more, in my opinion, I think Wilder has a little more dignity to hang his head on his shoulders, because he lost to a great fighter. Losing to Ruiz is a little bit different. Until Ruiz goes on to accomplish something else, it just looks like it was a fluke night for AJ.
Can I pose a question to Mario, because he seems very hardcore tonight, right, Mario?
What do you mean?
Hardcore? You ready to go in? He said.
You know what it is though? I just don't want to mess up. I don't want to mess up what Suliman said. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like that either.
But he did use if he loses, his career is over. I'm just saying this. So let's say hypothetically that Wilder loses, right? Who else is up there? Somebody else has to come up. They don't go immediately and bypass the rankings. I think that Wilder is still, quote unquote, a gatekeeper. You got to pass Wilder to prove yourself, your greatness. If he were to sink, and I'm just saying gatekeeper just to put a perspective of a man that you have to pass to get into the realm of the AJs and the Furies.
And
I guess I'm gonna real quick. Look, I'm gonna use my final thoughts to answer this question to come off across like the biggest Wilder fan, because whoa, no way. Like I'm with Ness 100%. This man's career is not over. And look, could there be a factor that would lead to that in this fight? Sure, I guess. Yeah, it's boxing. It's one of the most dangerous sport in the world. But I just can't see it. People lose. And if you're going to lose to the best, this is, to me, I think this is kind of Mayweather realm, where it's like you lose to the man and you don't lose everything. You know what I'm saying? So, no, there's plenty. I mean, Enrique, you named at least, 5 fights that could happen afterwards? So, no way. His career's not over.
There you go. I'm just thinking somebody has to come up and they have to get past Wilder. And if Wilder stops them, then Wilder's right back up in that realm of greatness. Or at least to challenge.
Okay, I'm glad you said that, because you said
let me get some.
Gatekeeper. I was like, whoa. But I know what you mean now.
So, I don't think it's over for Wilder, because anything could happen. He could do something like lose to Fury, beat Dillian White, and be back in the mix. Lose to Fury, beat Oscar Rivas, be back in the mix. Beat, the winner, Joyce Dubois, be back in the mix. Like, I just think that it's the heavyweight division. Ali had 5 losses.
Damn, yo, my bad, Ness. I didn't mean to interrupt. I just got like a beam. Like, yo, does he know something that we don't know? Like, career over? Like, is it like, yo, he either wins or like, is he injured? Like, is he that man? Because, like, you know, for some, that's something strong to say. Is there like too many miles on my boy Wilder?
Well, Mario put it in that he's just not motivated, right,
no.
Mario? If he was to lose, that's what Suliman meant. That maybe Wilder's not motivated.
Yeah, I think there are factors that he could be talking about, just like Alex said, but I just don't believe him right now.
I know Wilder.
I can't believe Suliman used that phrase "career over" using the WBC as like the Muhammad Ali belt, who has 5 losses. So how do you say, you know, you're the president of the Muhammad Ali belt per se?
What you think, Ness?
I don't know, man. I lost my shit. I lost my shit right now.
Shit, man, because like, you know, he said that he was coming back from a surgery, right? A bicep surgery, or he was gonna have surgery. So I just thought about the injury. It just hit me like, damn, is it something about like his body? Like he won't be able to, I guess, because yo, if he could go back, beat White, and do what you said, what you said he could do, and then like, I'll love to get behind the champ once again. Like the comeback story would be beautiful, but can his body handle it?
Right. You see Thurman's body.
Yeah, I mean, we got to see.
How many chances did David Price get?
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Like, how many prices did David Price
get? Mario, I get what you're doing, and I'm happy to finally hear you defending Wilder, but you got to understand, B-sides always get opportunities.
But he was meant to be an A-side, though.
Yeah, but when he wasn't, he got opportunities because he was a guy that could be knocked out and use his name. Wilder's going to be different. Sure. Wilder's going to be what Sam Jones said about Luis Ortiz. You know, a dangerous fight that you don't necessarily need to take unless there's a title along the line or an eliminator.
Yeah, I get your point. I agree.
He's going to have to get a fight with Al Heyman. Al Heyman's going to have to get him in there with, again, like a Ruiz, make it worth their while, be on pay-per-view. Get in there with a Kovnacki, make it worth their while. But let's move on to topic number 2, where we'll be discussing what are Crawford's next options. Terence Crawford, arguably pound for pound number 1 or 2 on many's lists. What are his next options? And according to Steve Kim, should he go down to 140 pounds as an option because it's so difficult for him to get the fights he wants at 47? And finally, can he be a star? I just want to say I'm kind of pleased with ESPN. They have a lot of people writing. The Spanish-Mexican guy, I can't remember his name off top right now. It's like maybe Mendoza. And Nick Parsons, they got Steve Kim. They're staying very active on ESPN.com. And this is a topic inspired by ESPN.com. Steve Kim and Nick Parsons wrote this article on whether or not Terence Crawford could be a star. So you can follow along for those quotes on ESPN.com. And then once again, it's titled, "Who should Terence Crawford face next? And can he be a star?" Can he be a star? Which, obviously, you know, that brought me in. It pulled me in because he has all the star-making characteristics and qualities, and many believe he just needs that dance partner, and that dance partner obviously being Earl Spence. Because of the tragic car accident, now we're hearing rumors of a Maurice Lee-style tune-up. Crawford is left on the outside looking in. If we're going according to this article and not our interview with Bob Arum, these authors don't feel the Charlo fight is feasible. They're suggesting the Patrick Teixeira fight. They're suggesting the move up to 154 while still calling it the other welterweight division for Crawford, so to speak, meaning if he gets the WBO belt at 54, all the other belts are with PBC, same way it is in 147. But I do want to add that our interview with Bob Arum revealed that he was willing to make the fight with Charlo. He found Charlo to be more appealing than other options that Crawford has had. ESPN Steve Kim is recommending winner of Taylor Ramirez for undisputed. They would eventually move up similarly to how Crawford moved up and challenge, I guess, Crawford at welterweight. But Crawford being 32, does he now sit around waiting for guys that aren't as popular as him to build themselves up so that they could eventually, hopefully, be undisputed to create an opponent for? I mean, it sounds like a long-term plan to me. But yeah, that's the gist. That's what we're discussing. Who's up first?
I would say like this, man. All right, I'm going to sound like Larry Merchant. The NFL trades are tonight, or some draft is happening tonight, and Terence Crawford needs to be in that mix. He needs to be traded into the PBC camp or the DAZN camp, because then he could fight, obviously the Sean Porters, Danny Garcia, the Keith Thurmans, and names go on, right? But going up would be ideal to make him a star because he can't fight the Charlo, right? And that's all I know who can make him. He could also get Erickson Lubin or someone like that. I don't know who else he could fight.
Remember, the author feels like it's gonna, if he goes to 54, all the names are with PBC, so it will be the same Gilligan's Island that he's on.
See, that's where I'm not a hardcore fan, because the names and the
well, think about it. Erickson Lubin, PBC. Tony Harrison, PBC. Jared Hurd, PBC.
Charlo, PBC. He needs to be traded. He needs to be on the draft tonight.
You like that trade show, huh?
Yeah, he needs to be traded.
Yeah, but that's the argument we've been having for a long time. Like, why'd he resign? He should leave. People don't feel that that's the answer. People feel that, boxing needs to find a solution to separate entities doing business, and he doesn't need a trade. He just needs to fight one of those guys.
Well, then he needs to, his managers, his handlers have to do a deal where, we saw Wilder fight Fury, one of those, cross promote.
Exactly. Now, Earl isn't there. He's obviously, touch and go. We don't know what's happening. The question he's posing to you is, do you like Jose Ramirez, Josh Taylor winner, as that guy to take Crawford to the next level in terms of stardom?
I don't think he'll go to the next level because I don't know those guys right now, and they may fill the arena with hardcores. But right now, if you just show them to me up to bat against Terence, I'm gonna pick Terence.
What, against the 154 pounders?
Nah, he's saying against Josh or Ramirez.
Yo, listen, I'm going to try to add a little something different because I'm not going to lie. Y'all have made most of the points I was going to make, the 154 thing, the 140 thing. To me, it's just, look, not for nothing, but if he wanted to drop back down to 140, that 140-pound division looks a lot different than when he was in it last time. And I'm not saying he couldn't win and I'm not saying that he would lose. All I'm saying is that it's just not, to me, it's just for nothing. It's not going to help him get to where he wants to be. Like if he would go through the Porters, Garcias, and Spencers of the world.
A star.
To me, I think exactly. To me, I think it goes back to what I've been saying from the minute I came back to the show. Jose Ramirez is that guy. He could be a star. That's the fight you start building. So at this point, who's next? I don't know, but the plan for next needs to be that road to the Ramirez Crawford.
Mario, I just want to ask you again. I said that sounds like a long-term plan. So like you're asking the arguably pound for pound number one to sit around and wait on Jose Ramirez, who's right now supposed to fight Postal in China. Then Josh got to fight somebody. Not even Regis. Regis was fighting Hooker. Josh will fight someone, Kansim Pung or something like that by, a Samson Lewickovich. I don't want to say anything bad, but, he's like, I think Asian, right? So, I just like, when does Crawford get this fight that everyone is saying is going to be a super fight? Like, is it 2 fights from now? The Ramirez, in your opinion, because you're saying Ramirez would beat Taylor, is it 2 fights from now that Ramirez will be undisputed and ready to move up, or is it 3? Like, is Ramirez gonna be undisputed and not defend any one belt? Is he automatically vacating? It is a lot of sanctioning fees, at least 3% per belt. So I get you, but like, so Crawford just waits around?
I listen, Ness, this is like one of those things where it's easy to talk about, but it's really hard to confidently speak on accurately. You poked holes in every single one. You poked enough holes that, yes, the point I'm making, it sunk. You sunk it. Congratulations. But I knew it would sink because that's not a great short-term plan. But I have no answer. I don't know what to say. Steve Kim broke this down, and Nick Parkinson broke it down very, very well. There is no clear route to something next that would generate enough interest in Crawford that he would be elevated to the star level he deserves.
I mean, like, it's just
really
plain.
Really quick, Steve Kim said in a perfect world, the unified champion Earl Spence Jr. would be the guy. Yeah,
that's what I'm just gonna say. Like, we all know what's gonna make him look. We can, even Keith Thurman. We spoke about this a few times already, man. And like the fact of the matter is that we would quote unquote forgive all these quote unquote cans per se or whatever, who the fuck is that guy fights that he's had if he just had one or two marquee names on that resume. One or two marquee names on that resume would fucking make this resume shine even more. And it don't gotta be Earl first. It could be a Keith Thurman. It could be a Danny Garcia, but it gotta be a marquee name.
Yes! Agreed, man. I want the Charlo fight. I like the Charlo fight.
I think that Charlo fight, if he's victorious and it happens in Brooklyn or in Madison Square Garden, that people are going to start demanding a PBC opponent next.
Look, obviously things could change because we went into COVID. But at first, we had Jason Rosario on the show. We had Samson Lewickovich, his promoter, on the show. They were not going into the Jermell Charlo fight next. That was not their plans. They knew they were going to get something else, and it wasn't going to be Charlo, then possibly Charlo. Charlo, what does he have out there? He was talking about, Eddie Hearn, Brook. You know what I mean? So if he's willing to fight Brook because he thinks that's a big fight, then Crawford's the bigger fight. They need to try and get Charlo, and I get it. If you're Steve Kim, they wrote about it, but they're like Charlo's with Heyman, so it's the same thing. I don't think it's the same thing because Bob is doing business with Heyman now. That's, I think, one fight that came out of nowhere. Like, because if you pick Thurman, you're gonna have guys out there still saying Thurman wasn't 100%. Charlo is 100%, and it'll give guys like me, right, the ability to say, well, is he the favorite? He's the smaller man. He started at the smaller weight. Charlo's a puncher, even though they're both obviously looking like punchers right now. Crawford has been knocking everybody out himself. But I just think that's a big, nice fight. That's a big, nice fight that came out of nowhere. And, it's bigger than Jose Ramirez, and why wait? Like, cool, you can get Ramirez, but you gonna wait? Like, listen, elite level is 2 fights 1 year. Ramirez is gonna fight you not in 2021. He's gonna fight you in 2022 because 2021 he still got to do the 2 fights he was already gonna do, Postal and Taylor, and he's got to win. We don't know if it's going to be tight. We thought Wilder was going to knock out Fury because he came off a 3-year layoff. And we getting 3 fights out of that. So let's stop acting like Jose Ramirez is going to go in there and knock out Josh Taylor. That a lot of people think Josh Taylor is the better fighter. So what happens if Taylor wins? Are you going to tell me Taylor, because he undisputed, is going to take Crawford over the top in America? A dude from Scotland? Man, knock it off. Please. Send an offer to Charlo.
I just want to ask you a question real quick, just to make it clear for everybody. Your pick is Charlo, assuming he doesn't get Spence or Thurman, or right, assuming he can't get a big welterweight fight. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, because I
just wanted to clear it up. Yeah,
because he obviously can't get that fight.
I'm starting to like this fight for Terence, man. I think I'm gonna get behind this one. This is a good fight for Terence. It's a very good fight for Terence. I'll tell you why. I mean, Jamel started off as a welterweight, right? And he fought Tony Harrison, right? And Tony Harrison is a great boxer, right?
Yeah, I mean, if Jamel Charlo started at welterweight, it was like some 4-rounder shit. Like, he's always been 54.
He's always been 54?
Absolutely.
But I'm going back to Tony Harrison. Like, he had trouble with Tony Harrison, and Tony Harrison is a good boxer. And
it's
even
exactly the argument I made. Exactly. That Harrison was winning both fights. He was outboxing. So what would Crawford do? Also, he could switch. The only thing is Crawford's power going to carry, and can he keep, Charlo off him? Because Charlo was coming for Harrison. So he'll come for the smaller Crawford. Obviously, Crawford has more skills than Harrison, but is that power going to keep Charlo honest, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think Terence got some pop in him. I think he got a good leverage on his punches. I mean, maybe it's because he has a nice reach. Tony has you can never trust boxing, but it looked like Tony got a slightly longer reach than Terence. But at the same time, Terence is rangy. But going up to that 154, like, I don't see Charlo's style really, like, posing a huge threat for Terence, just because Terence is a great counterpuncher, and he can really box and hurt you on the back foot. I mean, I haven't seen Jamel really get hurt. I don't know if you guys could tell me otherwise. I don't know if Jamel ever got chin checked.
I think Jamel has for him the mental pressure and the power.
Yeah, but man, guys,
it's that press conference that I'm excited for. That's why I want this fight. What is this press conference gonna be? These dudes already had the back and forth on Twitter. We already know all Terence need is someone to press the button, not buttons. One button.
One button.
Say one thing wrong, and he taking his street. He's swinging on you in the weigh-in. He talking the slick shit we need him to say. But if you want to be, no, that's who I'm talking. Yo, you got to get new headphones, champ.
No, I thought you were talking about Jamel.
Yeah, he said Terence, press one button, Terence. But
Jamel's the same way. That's what.
But that's what I'm saying. They're gonna go at each other. They're gonna go at each other, man. They're gonna go at each other.
Jamel and Jamal gonna be there.
Exactly.
Who you favoring that fight?
Then Bo Matt gonna be talking. And
then Derek James gonna be talking.
Oh my God! It's a pay-per-view. It's a pay-per-view. I've been saying it since it happened. It's a pay-per-view in disguise. It will be Crawford's first real successful pay-per-view.
But the only thing that's probably stopping these big fights like that is the no audience, man. Guys ain't gonna want to fight without an audience.
Bro, we're not talking about that. But since you want to go there, we'll bring up that news and note and address it now and tie it in to the Crawford fight. Mario, if you can, get us the details on the Nicaragua live event while I give you a fantasy event. Charlo Crawford could happen if they seat people 6 feet from each other. Right. Secondly, do it in the summer, end of summer, open stadium, Texas. Hypothetically, I know they're the wrong. Well, no, fucking Charlo's from Texas. Do it in Texas so that you're in the open stadium, more safety, and you keep, like Nicaragua, people seated 6 feet from each other. You lose some tickets, but if you're in a stadium, you might not lose any tickets.
Ooh, I wonder how many seats in between each other is 6 feet.
So Nicaragua, this is from Salvador Rodriguez, a columnist for ESPN Deportes. Nicaragua is going to host the first live boxing event on Saturday amid these coronavirus pandemic things. So it's going to return to the Alexis Arguello Sports Center in Managua in an 8-fight card organized by Buffalo Boxing Promotions. The card is going to be televised by ESPN Deportes at 11 p.m. Eastern with a pre-fight show starting at 10 p.m. Eastern, and it's headlined by an 8-round bout between Ramiro Blanco and Robin Zamora in a lightweight division matchup. Plus, they got half a dozen 6-rounders and a 4-round opening fight.
Not for nothing, I kind of want to watch it.
I'm going to watch it, bro. I need it. I need to watch it.
We need that,
But think about it. Think about it, yo. Like if you were AJ Pulev, y'all could do You already was getting 90,000 in the stadium. Now maybe you gonna do 60 because you got to separate them a little bit. You still got and you get to charge more. I know people like, nah, you can't charge more. We coming up for COVID. Oh, bruh, you want this event that nobody else putting on at this level? Do you want to be part of history and be at AJ's one and only fight during COVID where people were seated 6 feet apart from each other?
I'm glad. And
Enrique,
glad
just for ticket sales, think about it. Maybe it could be like this. Look. You're not looking. You're just listening. So I'm here 3 feet, 3 feet, which is 6 feet. You know what I'm saying? Like 3 feet that way, 3 feet that way. It could be like that. Like I'm in a 6 foot box with me in the center, 3, 3. You feel me? Then the next customer, 3, 3. You get it?
Nah, but it can't be like that. It gotta
it's gotta be 6, 6. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a nice try.
You don't know. You don't know.
I like that.
You don't know.
I just did the math. And going by a 5-seat restriction, that would bring a 90,000 seat arena to a 72,000 seat arena.
How many inches is a seat? No way, bro. One seat is at least 24 inches to 18 inches.
Well, I did 5 to be safe. That's still a lot. 72. You were saying 60,000. 72,000 is even better.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that it sounds like 5 seats per person. You know what I mean? Because a seat, let's say, is 24 inches, so 2 of those is 48 feet. You get 3, that's 60 inches. You talking about what? 5 feet right there?
Yo,
so
it's so cool that we're trying to help, bro. It's so cool, but like at the end of it, it's the simple fact that like if somebody sneezes or coughs, the shit travels, man. Everything's traveling.
Yeah, but wait a minute.
Hold on, let me finish my thought though, Nez. I know what you're gonna get into. So it's like you're sneezing and everything, right? So now it's masks, gloves. Everybody got to come in a certain way. It's such a military style atmosphere that has to be imposed in order for things to go right, that like it almost kind of to me is going to take away from the actual experience, but hey, to each his own.
Yo, look, first of all, they could hand out. Look, I've been going out the house more, and you know there's signs everywhere. You get no service without gloves and masks, and most places are giving you gloves. So if you're holding the fight, you giving out gloves and masks. Listen, Deontay Wilder's wife has a company by the name of Boxing Wags, and she donated a couple of thousand masks, and they say Boxing Wags. So like, you know, Coach Larry Way, we just had him on the show. He created his own mask. These are masks that could be used in this right there. Like, it's right there. That's his order. Coach Larry Way, we need 70,000 masks. You know what I mean? WBC, we need 70,000 sets of gloves.
If not, look, if you don't have your own mask and gloves that are, you know, signed off by us, we'll have little stations where you can go. If you can't get them for free, I guess you buy them at a discounted price. I don't know, but that's a pretty cool. See, that's dope. Before you go into Barclay or anywhere else, you have these little stations where people are getting ready to go into the building. I mean, I guess it's just a lot of planning.
Sanitizing stations.
Everybody got his hands up. For next,
he has a scepter.
Yo, what I'm saying is that all sounds good, but every nickel and dime is gonna count when you get rid of seats. So they not gonna be providing shit because somebody got to pay for that unless it's donated. Number two, Nestor was like, "Yo, who don't want to be part of history?" Well, I saw a news poll today done by CBS, and it said like how many people or how much are people likely to go to a bar or restaurant, get on an airplane, or to a large event. And the majority of the people that said no were in the 80% and better. 90% of people said they will not get on an airplane immediately after COVID. 87% said they will not go to a large event. And 75% said we are not going to go to a bar or a restaurant.
Statistics.
So the promoters are going to use that same numbers based on like, yo, do we go live and open the gate? Do we fill it out, do pre-orders, or do we go straight to a closed studio fight with 10-round fights? I think that's going to be happening. I don't think we're going to see a Charlo fight. Nicaragua is going to be a test.
It is going to be a test.
That was a good job coming through with them facts. And I'll add to it. Look, I would go to a fight like that, but how many beer drinkers and hot dog eaters don't want to go knowing they got to wear a mask, you know? Go ahead, Ness.
I was just gonna say that maybe you guys need to look at the news and check out the mayor of Las Vegas, who's already petitioning to open up the casinos.
Thirsty.
And when asked about social distancing, she said, "I don't own a casino. They got to figure that out."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And she got a lot of shit.
But it's
people
the
hate her now,
and it's okay. But it's the truth. The same way we just said, Boxing Wax could provide gloves and masks. You got to come up with, you as the business, the entity got to come up with the solution. The mayor is giving you an opportunity to get revenue again. You want her also to fucking grab your hand, spoon feed you, clean your little boo-boo, and give you the blueprint?
But
No,
guess
fuck
what's
out
gonna
of here.
happen? Let me finish. Let me tell you something what actually is going to happen. Yeah, guess what the plan is going to be? You know what? We're going to have a smaller capacity and a surcharge. So now do you want to pay the surcharge?
Brother, that is, just like I said, do you want to be part of history? That's up to the person that want to go to the casino.
Yeah, but there's pose. Like, you ain't going to see Denzel Washington want to go sit ringside of the fight.
Denzel going to be comp, man. He going to be comp.
He ain't going to want to go.
He ain't going to want to go.
Bruh, y'all bugging. Y'all bugging.
You thirsty. You sound like Georgia open up the beauty salons,
Bruh, did you see the beach when they opened it in Florida? So what? It's just Florida?
What the results were?
Enrique, I'm listening to that. I know what you're saying, that the statistics, the analytics are showing people saying they won't do it, and the other analytics from the other day show that people got infected. But
Yes.
what did they show you? That people tried it.
Yo, why don't we just throw it? Why not throw the event just for medical workers, right? I mean, no,
do me. What are you talking about?
Hear me out. That's
gonna be a different experiment.
With such a face of disgust right now.
Cause you about to waste time.
You like,
yo, he about to do
Why did you say?
He's about to do an infomercial. Like, nah, because let's give back to the men and women fighting.
But not only that, right? Like, what I'm saying is, like, at the end of the day, like, not everybody gets to go see the fight anyway, right? But like, if you were gonna try to give that atmosphere, and you wanted to keep it safe, why not do it for the medical workers, right? And do something that's
don't do it for them. Just bump up the medical. Get more EMTs in there. Have some hand sanitizer. Instead of hot dogs, my man, have hand sanitizing stations.
That's just talking about them working the event. No, Doobie's talking about them getting rewarded for everything they're doing for us.
They gonna get rewarded.
And they can give us.
They gonna get rewarded for these ticket sales, man. These ticket sales gonna be out of. I'm telling you, they're gonna be overpriced. Y'all think it's gonna be cheap, bruh? Lou DiBella out here giving loans to his fighters.
Donation to the. It could be spun like that.
Listen to what I said. Lou DiBella is giving loans to his fighters. You know what that means, bruh?
That means they got high interest.
No, that means they starving for events. Fighters are starving to fight, and promoters soon will be starving to put on an event.
But you know what else that means, right? He sees in the future there will be an event, and he's gonna want his money back. So he's not gonna do it with lesser audience. He ain't gonna do it. Well, let's get a 5-seat gap between everybody,
bro. If this shit's gonna
continue, not a 8,000-seat arena into 2,500.
Not Lou, because Lou can't afford it, and he ain't got the fighters to go to Dallas. But you could damn sure put Dallas. You telling me that Bob Arum and Jerry Jones can't sit down to bring Crawford, Canelo Charlo to fucking Houston? Get out of here, bro.
I think Bob Arum was very explicit on this show when he said they're not lifting a finger until they have the sanctioning from each individual state and federal regulations.
Absolutely.
So you can forget Bob. You can forget Bob. He ain't doing it.
No, we can't, because listen, first of all, Texas Commission is one of the easiest commissions to get shit done in. Okay, and it's the same thing. I'm telling you. You present a proposal. You don't just you're gonna go to Jerry, the mayor of Texas. I guess is all you really need is the mayor, because then they'll send an inspector to make sure whatever proposal they approved, gets it ends up being worked out that way, because
I can see it being worked out based off of like Jerry giving it a cut. You know,
what do you mean a cut? Be specific. I don't get what you mean.
Like a cut on what it really costs to rent, you know, the venue.
Well, that's where he gets his money.
Jerry's getting his money off he's gonna get a split of the ticket or some shit.
Wait, I might be confused. Is Jerry the owner of
the Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah, Dallas Cowboys. Yeah.
All right. Well, he's used to a certain amount of money, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he definitely is.
I'm not saying.
Listen to me. Yo, why? Yo, bro, he's used to a certain amount of money. How much money he making now? Or he's first of all, his only job is a football team. They don't even work no more. They're done.
They're the richest franchise.
But you're
they're
saying
the richest
right,
franchise
in like that.
Mario. Obviously, you don't have a lot of conversations with rich people because anybody rich only wants to make more money. You think Jerry is sitting around saying, "Yo, I made money for the last 20 years. I'm cool with COVID,"
right.
or
you
he's
think
hemorrhaging?
That Jerry doesn't have 100 different things that are making him money right this second?
I think Jerry has an entire boardroom daily or weekly having meetings on how to make more fucking money.
Sure,
especially
and he also
during
has
COVID.
a PR. He also has PR that tells him, "Yo, you're gonna stand to make this much money, which is a fraction of what you make yearly, and you open yourself up to lawsuits for people that got COVID from your event. You open yourself up to just all sorts of things that could happen.
You might have to sign a waiver.
That's a good point. Thank you, Enrique. Way to bring us back into we back in the game, Enrique. That's it. You want to come to the fight? Sign this waiver."
And Denzel ain't gonna sign the waiver.
I shall not sue.
I'm one of the biggest fight fans. I wouldn't sign no waiver.
Yeah. But like, even if you sign a waiver, like, if you get like 10 COVID cases, it'll never happen again.
Yeah, the PR is a nightmare.
The PR would be a nightmare.
And he doesn't want to risk the football season. You know,
bro,
that's
listen,
the biggest
man. If
piece
you
of
come
money
with the
gets.
proposal and you telling Jerry and the man, look, every 50 feet we got a sanitizing hand station. You know, we're gonna have, we normally have 2 MTs. We're gonna have 10. We're gonna have a doctor on call. We're gonna set up an entire tent in case people. We're gonna have the thermometers to check people on the way in, see if they're feverish. If anybody's above 95, get the fuck out. What you mean?
They say something like this: in order for you to come in, show me you vaccinated. That's what's gonna be.
Yo, I see this happening like in an open area though. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, the stadium is open. They cracked the roof on that joint.
Yeah, open area. But I'm even thinking like yo, to get that many people and also to be a part, like, okay, we got the stadiums, right? They hold a certain amount. If a stadium holds, what'd you say, Mario, 90,000, but if you put it 6 feet apart, it's 72. Is that
5 seats between each is 72,000.
Let me just say, I'm gonna throw a timer because damn, we Crawford has taken us down a rabbit hole. So, let's throw a little timer on and wrap it up on this one.
Yeah, we can have my time too.
I'll wrap it up like this, pretty much. Like, if you're trying to get people to go to a venue, right, and you're trying to sell those tickets, it's gonna be pretty hard to get as much money as you can as you normally would if everything was all right. So it's like, can we get an area? Like, I mean, I'm gonna use Dubai for an example. Like, there's a lot of sand, there's a lot of land. Is there somewhere like in Las Vegas, the desert, where they could like hold the fight where people could stay that far off and they could have like a big ass, what do they call the screen?
But Dallas is a jumbotron. Dallas got the jumbotron.
Yeah, or even like a blimp. Take it back to a motherfucking blimp and have a fucking screen on the blimp. Because I feel like we just need space. That's basically what you need is space.
Take it back to Saudi Arabia.
Find an area where like people being 6 feet apart ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? And you could still get every ticket sale because you're not worrying about being confined to one space. I don't know. It's just an idea.
I mean, Saudi Arabia probably off the thing too because of the traveling and the band and everything like that. But that, they had open when they were marketing that, they kept showing us videos of all the concerts they had, and it was like that, an open desert at night.
Yeah, Burning Man, Burning Man. I know shit. Yeah.
But Burning Man is not a concert though. That's just like desert and hippies doing it.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like the desert, like just the desert.
Yeah. Nah, but look, Noah, you just brought something up. Even if it is in Texas, right? A lot of fight fans travel to there. A lot of people aren't going to want to get on an airplane. It's just a lot of hurdles to make an event big,
You're right.
That's why the best thing is doing it behind closed doors in a studio, shoot it live, broadcast it.
We'll never get a big fight and I'll add to that the tickets would probably have to be expensive, and people just don't got the money for it right now. Not now and not in the next 4 or 5 months either.
Bruh, the elite do.
The elite are being more cautious, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
The elite want to live,
bruh. Everybody's dying to go out.
And the elite go to boxing matches so they can bet on them. In Texas, you can't bet on them.
The rich, you see the rich on their social media dressing up daily. Daily. They on their lives. They on their lives like, oh, I got nowhere to go, but I wanted to put this on. And it's like, bro, people are dying. People are dying to come out. But look, we got about 20 seconds on this topic. We're going to go ahead and wrap this one up and move on. Definitely took a good chunk of our time. We're going to go ahead and segue into David Haye, UK heavyweight, former cruiserweight, undisputed at cruiserweight, or at least definitely unified. I believe he was fully undisputed, though. Moved up to heavyweight, captured the WBO or WBA title from, what was that big giant's name, bro?
From where?
Oh shit! What was his name?
I
that
never
big
could
old
pronounce
monster
it.
dude.
I never could pronounce it. That's why I can't get it anyway. But it's like value egg or something like that.
Something like that. Oh man, he had like a giant head, bro. My man took a picture with him. His head was like a quarter of the size.
Bro, is this again? You know who he reminded me of? Like he was like a bigger version of Anderson, the Bigfoot Silva. Right?
Silva, yes.
Oh yeah,
fucking
giantism.
Yes,
crazy,
good call.
bro.
You're right. He was a bigger version than that. If you could believe that.
So yeah, David Haye, former heavyweight champ, cruiserweight, says that the only guy that could beat Tyson Fury is Anthony Joshua.
Damn.
Mario, you want to give us the facts? What exactly did he say when he said this? What are the quotables?
So in an interview with Boxing Social, David Haye said, I just think the only person who has the artillery, the skill set, the athleticism, the clean living, the know-how, the experience to have a chance to beat Fury is Anthony Joshua. I think he's the only person right now, realistically. Most people would say if anyone's got a chance, I'm putting it on Anthony Joshua. So he's the only guy who has the tools to do it. I think if he lands his shots on Fury, the way Fury's been put down before, his chin looked good last time out, but Anthony Joshua is a master boxer as well. I think people underestimate his boxing skill. He hasn't been boxing as long as Fury has, so he's still learning. I don't know. I can see Fury outboxing Joshua long on the inside, but then again, I can see the middle range of Joshua letting his hands go. He throws such crisp shots, uppercuts, hooks. The way he knocked out Alexander Povetkin, the fight was uncomfortable for him for a couple rounds.
Bro, I just think that after watching Fury take the punches of Wilder for 2 fights, because again, it's like I said, I never seen no one get up not being drunk, not being punch worn or hurt or physically showing. Like Fury gets up, shakes it off, and is ready to rock and roll. And like, even in the second fight, he took a right hand and it was like it didn't even hit him. Like, so I don't see anybody knocking this dude out. Like, I think that when Steve Cunningham put him down, it's because he was not being the best Fury he could be because of the level of opposition. He's the type of guy that fights to the level of his opposition. I remember when I first started following Fury and I seen his fight versus the undefeated back then, Derek Chisora, he was overweight. It depends on the opponent. But I mean, after taking Wilder's power, I can't see AJ being the guy to knock him out. It would be shocking. Not that I haven't been shocked so far in boxing, but it would be shocking.
I think we are so amazed in the way that Fury handled our champ that, like, we not giving the other heavyweights the chance. And like AJ only lost once, man, and he looked real bad against the fat kid, but he got power, man. He got that uppercut. See, that's one thing that I love about AJ. Like, he throws on the inside. He knows how to throw circular punches on the inside, and he always manages to catch these cats with that uppercut. In the event that, let's say AJ would have been fighting that night instead of Wilder, I would have seen Fury's neck being fucking puppeted Pez, like you say, that's like a Pez, you know what I'm saying? Because he throws the right punches at the right time. So hell yeah, I think AJ could beat Fury. Hell yeah, he got the physique. You know what I'm saying? He's strong. Hell yeah, why not? It's the heavyweight division, man. You land some good punches. And AJ smell blood. He could finish you.
I'm a hater, so I have to pick AJ against Fury. He has 3 belts for a reason, and he did beat Klitschko. He did return and beat Andy Ruiz. He knows how to box. He has set up power, and he will do it.
Yo, listen, I'll just say that it's the heavyweight division. So could he beat Fury? Absolutely. Anyone could have a lucky night and beat him. Would I pick anyone right now against Fury? Absolutely not.
Whoa! Just based off that one win.
No. Based off of me watching him since 2008, 2009. When was that Cunningham fight?
I ain't even mad at
even Fury when he first fought Deontay Wilder.
I picked him.
You picked Fury.
Mm-hmm. And I also said that he won. What did I say, Ness? 12 round, 11 round, 10 rounds, something like that.
Yeah,
I was bullshitting.
He said he won 10 rounds, I believe.
10 rounds to 2, something like that.
Okay, so then I agree with you then.
I
don't agree with you, but I'm not mad at you.
Yeah, like I ain't mad at you.
I ain't mad at you.
But I know AJ, man, just AJ been doing it for too long. He be disciplined for too long. Man, we don't even know like what's going on with Fury right now. Is he staying in shape? Is he going into that fucking mental state where he just like, fuck it, I'm gonna pop these Twinkies in and extra soda pop and shit? Like, I don't know.
TikTok, he's not.
Yeah, I mean, look, you could you could say he's probably more focused this time around. At the end of the day, we won't really know. Like, we thought Andy was fucking focused after he accomplished what he did. We thought he was like, gonna be on point, and look at that. Like, you just don't know, man. These guys are human beings, and it just, you gotta look at that track record. AJ got that track record, bro, and shit, he come in shape every time. I don't know what to say about when he lost to Andy. I mean, the talks about him getting knocked out in sparring and all that other shit, but like as far as him being out of shape. Well, I ain't never seen that man.
One thing Tyson Fury does have going for him, besides all the bouncing and jumping around and jabbing and moving, is that he does have stamina. He'll do that for the entire 12 rounds.
And AJ doesn't. Like, Alex over here like, yeah, he's always in great shape. What the fuck? My man was always known as a 4 and 6 round fighter. Everybody always say he gasses.
That's what made me think of Tyson Fury's stamina tanks.
Yeah,
he say.
AJ people always question like, yo, man, he be gassing. Like, you can't gas with Fury. It's over, man. Fury did. It's like you say, he beat my guy. How could I not give him the utmost credit? Like I thought he could always outbox my guy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think he could knock out Wilder. So it's like, now you talking about a dude that could box, punch, tall, long, speak well, get in your head. Yo, I've been watching documentaries now. Ali taunted Liston. He showed up with everywhere. He ain't give a fuck that Liston was tied with the mob. He stalked. That's what I'm saying. Yo, man, God, why you ain't make me a fighter? I be telling people, Clubber Lane, I got to start saying, you need the Ali people. Ali stalked Liston and forced Liston to fight his ass. But damn, Troy, where you at? Why they want me to watch history? Why y'all want me to see this corrupt bullshit, fake fucking fights? When did Liston win? Did he even try? I watched 2 Liston fights. Did he even try?
Yeah, he was a hard hitter.
The historical fix in both fights. It's all people talk about is the fix. The fix, how he was tied to the mob and how he had to take a dive. Yo, crazy how he was running around saying he took the dive. Check this out. Wow. Documentaries is the shit. He took the dive so he could get a percentage of quote unquote Ali's next purses. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
So look, the documentary gives you both sides though. They tell you the rumors, and then they got people that like, man, you kidding me? Who would do that? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yo, them times was different.
Hell yeah, them times. Did you see the gloves?
Very...
Did you see the gloves? Like the fact that people try to act like Ray Robinson, bro. Did you see the gloves they used to fight with?
Yo, there was like little bags of leather.
Bruh. Your man, what's his man? Your man Cus D'Amato made Floyd Patterson duck for like 30 years. Like openly duck, article after article. Like, we ain't fighting him. He gotta clean up his act. When he ain't tied to the mob, they was giving him all types of excuses. Please, people want me to watch the past.
He was a smaller heavyweight. Yo, Liston had a crazy punch though.
Floyd wasn't even a real heavyweight. He wasn't the heavy. He was a fake champ.
Why you calling him a fake champ?
Floyd Patterson?
No, I'm talking about Sonny Liston. He was a heavy hitter. Floyd Patterson.
Who pulled the gun out on Ali?
Sonny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sonny did it. He ran down on him on the casino.
I'm rewatching right now Fighting Ali. I think it's called, right?
You making me want to watch them, but I don't have the time.
Is Fighting Ali the one about his battle with the government?
All the fighters who fought him are talking.
My bad.
Yo, could you imagine being that great that you can get a room full of your opponents to talk highly of you? Jesus fucking Christ.
Yo, when I trained for Ali, man, all I thought about was his movement. So that's what I trained for.
Bruh.
But it was different when I stepped in the ring. That jab, I just couldn't move from it.
Yo, shout out to the UK, man. For real, man. Where my little UK got the formula? I must have moved it.
Well, when, and I might be saying this wrong, but when Ali was stripped from his
you didn't
title,
even let me say why I said shout out to the UK. Henry Cooper dropped Ali. That shit was sweet. Left hooked his ass. Boop.
Yeah, Ali couldn't fight in
the US. Lot of fake shit too. Check it out. So he dropped Ali. Ali was looking like he was young. He was like 21. Got dropped in the UK. He was looking like he was ready to check out. Okay? Ready to check out. And instead of, like, if you go watch the fight, it's like they asking like, yo, you gonna fight? It was like, yeah, we gonna fight. Like the round starts mad late. Man, back in the day, some real shaky shit be happening. I'm telling you.
Man, they waited in the corner of the bell, the clapper.
Yeah, they just did like, yo, like, what up? Y'all gonna fight? It was crazy.
Up.
I liked it though, man. I like it. I like going watching these. They well, as long as they, put together well,
You said Xfinity, you just go on to
I just like I said, this one I found it because Xfinity is getting like YouTube. So when I watched the Foreman one, it said others like this or other people watch this and
the recos.
And I went through the recce's and I seen the recommendation. I'm like, all right. I'm gonna get to the Joe Louis one. It's just that's gonna be the last one I watch because that one says 1952 and it's just like, oh, that's gonna be real black and white. I bet
black and white and the audio be like,
yeah, yo, yo, Ali, man, I see why people say, and look, it's not like I ain't watched documentaries on Ali in the past, but it's always good to have it fresh in your head when having certain conversations. So I see why people was a little bit upset with Ali and Fury comparison, but I still think they did, bro. Still think they did,
In style, though, not outside the ring.
Ali, no, outside the ring, man. Ali said some shit.
Outside the ring with Ali?
Bro, Ali said some controversial shit on like.
No, but.
And so did Fury.
Activism part. That's what I think they were saying. Unless he just meant outside the ring.
I get you, but remember, Ali wasn't just Muslim. Like he got with a certain type of Muslim religion. Right. You know what I'm saying? So back then, they was like right now. I'm in the part of the documentary where they're like explaining that where it's like. Ali became public enemy number one. He draft dodged. Then he got with the Muslim
Muhammad.
Exactly. And then they killed Malcolm, or it was alleged that they killed Malcolm, and he was running.
Traded.
And then Ali was running around saying like, like I still follow Elijah Muhammad, and anybody that threatens him or want to do harm to him. you gonna die. Like, that's the type of shit he was saying in interviews. So it's like, yeah, man, some controversy. You know what I'm saying?
I saw this one Ali interview. I wish I knew. I probably say it on Untitled. I'm gonna look it up. It was a talk show he was on, and he was dead serious Muslim. Like, he didn't have the bow tie on, but he was straight up dead serious. And then this other guy came on who was a black Jew, and he was like, I ain't here for it. And he was like more comical disco. And Ali was like, I ain't here for all that chucking the jive and stuff. I ain't here for that chucking the jive. Like, he was real serious.
Yeah.
And he wasn't cracking one smile, but he was there to promote a fight. So I'm going to look that up to see what it was.
Yeah, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. So we are at
B-Hop.
Now
setting it up.
So we're moving on. You said AJ could definitely beat Fury. I do not think so. Mario.
Yes, sir. I got you. So this was an article done by Mr. Barry Holbrook. And in this article, he pulls some Hopkins quotes, which he talks about.
You're moving on.
A possible fight.
I was actually.
Yes. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you asked me to move on.
No, I was.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. So, did you give your pick? Who you think? Like, do you think Fury can actually? I mean, AJ can actually be the one? Because remember, David Haye feels the only one that can beat Fury is AJ.
Yeah. Well, what I said, like, I'm not picking Fury. I'm not picking anyone against Fury right now, AJ included.
All right. Yeah. So let's move on then to Charlo, Canelo, Charlo, and the fact that Bernard Hopkins is kind of bigging or laying down the brickwork for this fight. I don't know. What's the details?
I mean,
so they, like I said, Barry Holkins wrote this article about B-Hop, and these are the quotes that he gave on a Golden Boy Promotions live Instagram chat. He said about Charlo Canelo possibility, heavy fight there. Whoever is not on their game, they're going to experience an L or a knockdown. It's a drag-out style ending. The fight right there is a build-up in less than a year and a half or sooner. That's a fight that I believe is going to materialize, a fight that everybody is going to be asking for. That fight there, both of those guys have weapons in their arsenal that are dangerous and deadly for anybody in that weight division. It's a good choice. So, also in the article, but the quotes, here it is. Canelo versus Triple G. Do you really want to see that? Listen, I don't think anything is going to happen any differently. Yes, it is. I think Canelo has the blueprint from the second fight and to end it early, and that's all I'll say. Okay, you beat him twice and knocked him out a third time. I think you moved on, and I think that you can get a mental lapse. Give someone a chance that you ain't been up for mentally because you've been there twice. I mean, this isn't Ali Frazier. This isn't none of those type of fights. At least the first fight, at least. The second one was exciting. Don't get me wrong. It was boring, though, and it'd be boring. But to me, it's nothing warrant for a third fight between Golovkin and Canelo. So this is B-Hop talking that Charlo and Canelo is the fight. He said a year and a half that he thinks for it to materialize. And he's talking pretty greasy about about Triple G and Canelo.
So a year and a half. So when is that? Like, what are we talking about, 2022?
Yeah, 2020. If that, because who knows with Corona.
Yeah, that's ahead. That's...
Damn. That's a long time from now. Year and a half. We're already on April. So I guess it could happen 2021 if boxing resumes in June. That's a year and a half, right? Like, who knows? It's a matter of when boxing's back.
Yeah, I think. Oh, go ahead.
No, go, bro. Go ahead.
Listen, I think that ultimately this is more behind the scenes. To me, this says more about what's going on behind the scenes of Golden Boy than anything else. I mean, how do you have one of your main promoters and perhaps the second face of Golden Boy coming out trashing a fight that it seems like everybody, including DAZN, is on board for? But is Hopkins speaking the truth? Absolutely, 100%. I'd much rather see Canelo Charlo right now than any Triple G. In fact, I'd rather see them fight twice before I'd rather see a third fight with Triple G.
So he takes. You would rather see this before Triple G 3?
Absolutely, 100%. 100%.
I mean, look, this is a great fight for it to happen in Texas. I think this is a great fight. I think the Canelo is not ducking a fight like this. I think that it's always about losing, man, and like what happens to the stock when you lose, right? That's how I see this because we've been talking about a Charlo Canelo fight for a little bit now, and why hasn't it manifested? People have been saying the Canelo duck. He's dodging the Charlo brothers or whatever, Charlo. I think that this fight is better than the Triple G. I'm gonna go with you on this one. Even though I'm big on this Triple G trilogy, you know what I'm saying? It's just I need closure. Even though people will be like, "Yo, stop the bullshit out!" Like Canelo beat him up twice, but a Charlo fight would be great in Texas. I think it'd do great numbers. You got the Charlos that are in Texas. You got the Mexican fans in Texas. You got big stadiums in Texas. Yeah, this is a money fight. It's just a matter of I guess when you willing to put Jamal in the scene with Canelo, because odds are that's gonna be the toughest fight. He might lose. So.
Oh wow! You think Jamel Charlo is his toughest fight?
That'll be his toughest fight. Jamel's toughest fight.
Oh, Jamel's toughest fight.
Yeah,
I thought it was Jamal. Is it Jamal?
Jamal.
Yeah, it's Jamal. So I would see that or Triple G's fight regardless. But who wants to see Triple G in late 21? No, because then we're gonna say, oh, he's old. You know what I mean? He got over the hill. Charlo would be cool to see him after the Triple G fight. They're both worth a lot of money to the Zone and to Golden Boy, obviously. So which order do we want it? We want a fresher Triple G to challenge to be a much more competitive opponent for Canelo. And I'm happy with whatever way it shapes up, but I want Triple G first.
So that April 12th on Telemundo Deportes, there were some Canelo interviews and Conor McGregor interviews, and they're basically posing that that's the fight DAZN wants. I can see that for DAZN because they thinking, subscribers, they went the Logan Paul route. They like those commercial events. And if I'm Canelo, yeah, man, I follow the Floyd Mayweather blueprint, and I go ahead and I do the Conor fight. You're gonna get the guaranteed $36 million plus because you bring in Conor to the platform, so they're gonna bump you up right there. And he's got 8 fights left, so he's got to start knocking some of these down.
Absolutely right, 100%.
And maybe getting a Conor in. Go ahead.
When Conor Kid comes in, it's like now it's a circus show. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? And it's like, now let's grab your money. Now it's like, let me take your money.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely. But that's the hardcore.
I kind of hate that because it's like a fool. It's fooling us. It's fooling me at least.
For the hardcores.
To come get entertained.
For the hardcores is not fooling us. This would be for the casuals.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is the casuals know that McGregor ain't gonna win. This is more for like the UFC fans, This is not for me.
No.
Me saying,
a casual boxing fan, I don't think a casual boxing fan is ruling out McGregor winning.
Do you say that the casual boxing fan saw the Mayweather fight and is going to return to see the Canelo McGregor fight?
Well, I mean, again, this is why I think that, maybe this is why I don't grow because I'm so conceited, but this is why I think I'm the best. The way that you sell this is you always use the name Mayweather. So the way you use the name Mayweather is you say, same thing Mayweather told Pacquiao. I'm going to fight Cotto at his natural weight. I'm not going to drain him. So they say that to McGregor. We're going to fight you at your natural weight. We're not going to drain you. What you fought? 175 with Diaz? We're going to fight you at 175. Let's do it. You know what I mean? Oh, shit, he fight him at his real weight. Canelo crazy. Yo, and that's it. You sold the fight all over again. You know, it's totally different. 175 pounder getting down to 147, man.
Okay. Oh, he's fighting him his natural weight. But who's his trainer? You need the trainer name now.
Bruh, anybody could train him. Shane Mosley could train him. Oh, Shane Mosley, the only one to hit Floyd with that right hand. All he's got to do is cheat him. Man, come on, man. Anybody
But he's
could train
fighting
him.
Canelo.
Anybody could train
Shane training Jake Paul right now. Chill.
I think that's a fight. I
Yo,
think that's a fight more
why is-
towards the end of Canelo's.
Why is
Remember
the zone about to make Jake and Logan fight each other? I seen some,
Wait, say it again.
the zone gonna make Jake and Logan fight each other. I seen some shit like that.
What?
That's crazy, right?
That's the one thing I will watch them beat each other.
Yo, they crazy enough to
Yo,
do.
and Jake. I mean, Logan had a comment like that. He makes a lot of money outside of boxing, but that he makes good money in boxing, and he really loves it. So he ain't hanging him up. He's still looking for fights, but obviously he gonna be big name picking fights. You know what I mean? Like Antonio Brown and.
The YouTube killer.
He called out somebody else. No, he called out somebody else I seen. I just don't, another celebrity.
Bro, what if he called you out, Ness?
Bro,
Would
I'm
you take
old
that
as
fight?
fuck. I'm old as fuck. He won't be calling me out, man.
But what if he
Bro.
did? Like, just say,
I
like,
mean, what
yo, that boxing voice kid.
If
been
he
talking-
did, I would absolutely take it.
Off with his head.
Regardless of winning or losing. Obviously, he's 20 years younger than me. He's in prime shape. But
Would you take short money?
For me, I would take short money, of course, because for me it would be popularity. I'll be.
So y'all just heard that. Y'all just
I would
heard
be
that.
trying to
Start
gain.
adding
Yo,
Jake
I got
Paul.
Ness in 2 rounds, though.
Oh yeah, I got Ness, bro.
Nah, man, that dude.
Nah, he
yo,
got
he
that.
did. He did good with. I seen his 2 fights, man. I don't know why y'all shitting on him.
Yeah, be who his opponents were, bro. Listen, if y'all were gonna be in a bodybuilding contest, yeah, I would pick him. I'm sorry, homie, but
that's
if
the
y'all are
thing.
gonna fight in a boxing match, I got you.
Yeah, but he's gonna fight me at heavyweight. He's got everything that I don't have.
Nah,
like,
bro. Yo, listen, that jab of yours, it
you crazy,
just,
bro.
it
Littler
makes him go
dudes,
crazy in the ring.
dudes slipped my jab, dog. Little Eddie slipped that jab like, you know what I'm saying?
But he was short. He was
Eddie
very
was
low.
short.
I don't know.
Bro, that's like what a super middleweight moving up to super heavyweight.
No,
Like,
he's a cruiserweight, bro. He's always fought that cruiser. They always fought that cruiser. He's big.
At 200.
And he's like 6-something feet, like 6'5" or 6'2". He's not a little kid.
Yo,
And
Jake Paul got his own box ring?
No, not Jake. Not Jake. Jake is the younger brother. Or
Yeah, he's the one who's doing good in boxing.
yeah, but he fought Digi, man. Come on, beat it. Anybody could be like the dude he fought. You know what I'm saying? Logan fought KSI. Like, come on, KSI is real. The real deal. Check me out to my KSI, the real deal.
What's the minimum amount of time? Like, if they came to you and said, "Look, we need you to fight in 3 weeks," would you do that?
Damn, bro. Nah, I wouldn't be able
4
to.
weeks.
I wouldn't be able to. Nah.
6 weeks is the minimum.
Like, he got somebody speed
I
dial.
need 10. I need 10 weeks. I need 10 weeks. I need 2
So
weeks.
you'd rather take short money and 10 weeks?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I
Okay.
need 10 weeks. I need 2 weeks to get off the sugar, and then 8 weeks straight. 8 weeks straight camp, and it's on. It's on.
So he need the fat camp and then the fight camp.
It's on.
I like that.
Yeah.
Fat camp and then the real camp.
Yeah, you get off the sugar. You got to get off the sugar. You eliminate the sugar. Yo, you take 2 weeks, and you cold turkey everything, and you only drink water. You eat good, but only water. And no sugars, no starches, none of that shit. You'll be good. 2 weeks.
Let's say they gave you a signing bonus, right? Or part of your money up front, and you could travel anywhere to get training. Where are you going with that? Damn, you're gonna Frank Warren, my boy Doomy?
I don't know how much money we got, because that's what it's gonna come down
50
to.
grand. 50 grand.
It's gonna come down to, can that money afford to pay Ya, so that I don't gotta do the show, right? Because I still do the show.
Oh, that's a good point.
Remember, my other training camps, I would do the show, then leave to the gym. So I think Jersey would still be.
I got an idea though.
Well, I think Jersey would still be suitable, but I honestly, I like, this is all theoretical and a huge wish on a star, but like, I feel like if that fight materialized, I'll be able to get a sponsor. So I probably could have a real training camp. You know what I mean? Maybe take Doomsday. I was gonna say that. Maybe take Doomsday with me to Kenny Porter's gym. Lose that way. Actually, no. I would go back to Wilder's. I was just talking to Coach Cuz like 24 hours ago, 48 hours, telling him like I never lost weight like in Alabama. Never. Like per day.
Alabama got it, yo.
Per day. It was so dope. Like I could literally go eat garbage because I was guaranteed to lose like 10, 12 pounds the next day. Like I would get on the scale and know I'm losing 10 or 12, just sweating in that motherfucker, working out. Normal too. Normal, but I mean not normal because Coach Cuz works your ass, bro. He works you for real, man. He got like a step ladder contraption he put in the middle of the ring. And like you get on there and you doing the step ladder.
1980s aerobics.
While you hitting the pads, right? It's crazy, man. He gets you, he definitely makes you lose that weight.
Coach Cuz, the one with the gap. That's always what.
Nah, Coach Cuz with the dreads, the pad man.
Oh,
He's a full coach though. He got Willie and Dion Equalizer, who just won against Earl Newman. So that is the last topic. We got a couple noodles and notes we're gonna touch to really quick. Let me just run through them. Everybody should know because we kind of hit that show and then everything happened the next day with Devin Haney. But Eddie Hearn and Devin Haney go back and forth. Hearn says he did send offers. Shakur says, you didn't send me nothing. You didn't send my team nothing. Let's get off of Twitter. Let's get on the phone. I could DM you my email. Send me the offer. I'll send it to my people. So, don't ever say my boy Shakur ducking. You see, we never seen any other fighter do that much tweeting. It's like, Eddie, whatever. Yeah, you said you sent an offer. Call Al. Not somebody like, yo, I'm going to send you a DM. I'm going to send you my email. Give it to me. I'm going to give it to my peoples. Let's make this. Let's get off of Twitter. Let's stop this shit. We could get it done. If he wanted, I want. Like, I love this kid, man. I love this kid. I just hope he keeps getting his opportunities, because they snuffing a year out from him. You know what I mean? If he would have fought Warrington in May, it would have been like a year since his last fight. And now he didn't even have the tune-up in March. So, he's losing a year of activity right here, with bad negotiations and now COVID. But yeah, man, Twitter beef back and forth with Eddie Hearn. WBC reinstates Devin Haney. I sent you guys the full breakdown.
Yeah, email.
But essentially, the short version is they accepted, shout out to Samson. Shout out to Samson. This is what I'm saying, one day with the right money, we could do things like this. But Samson got Fortuna and Luke Campbell approved for an interim. Haney, shout out to Haney, gets another voluntary. So he can make a big fight. If Broner wanted, he could get it. Whoever want to step up right now can get it. If not, Eddie gonna find him another $1 million Alexander Santiago or whatever the last dude he fought. So, and then after Haney gets that voluntary and winner Fortuna Campbell happens, then Haney faces that winner. That is the status of the WBC 135-pound champion Devin Haney, who's been elevated back to full champ. Teofimo Lopez says he will not fight without an attendance. And we've already touched
super disappointing.
And we already touched on live boxing in Nicaragua. Maybe that's something Teofimo will be open to. Remember, you could call in to the show absolutely free by hitting us up at 1-425-569-5241. Patreon users, hit us up on Skype. We're going to go out to the phone lines. Any final thoughts you guys want to touch on any of these little 4 notes that we have before I go to the sponsors?
Real quick on the not wanting to fight in front of a crowd. I mean, I pretty much feel like, Theo knows that they ain't going to want to put this fight unless it has a crowd. I don't know. Maybe the delay with Vasil and all this stuff is just a matter of what's going on. At the end of the day, big fights do deserve a crowd, and it is what it is. We in these unprecedented times. We don't know what the hell's going on. We don't know what's gonna be legislated from here till the next month. So whatever. I'm saying like he doesn't even have a say in that. It's pretty much COVID.
Yeah, I'll say that. First of all, it's disappointing that the more and more that comes out in the last couple of weeks, the more and more I feel like we are not going to get very many great fights or fighters to participate in closed set, no audience style fights. Just, fighters coming out, promoters, managers, and that's just very disappointing for me. I mean, I understand and I get it. I do. But at the end of the day, my worry is that September or October, maybe even later, is when we'll have fans in arenas. So are we not going to see these guys until then? And then even then, there's only so many dates, so many arenas. Who knows when these guys come back? So,
yeah, I'm a second Mario. I don't think that we're going to see any fights happening in 2020, like big names like a Canelo, like a Deontay Fury, like a AJ, like a Spence versus Terence Crawford. So, yeah, we may see Maurice Lee out there. And I will be just as excited as I felt when I heard Nicaragua has a fight this Saturday.
All right, well, let's go on out to these phone lines. Once again, the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Real quick, shout out to my man Izzy. He swung that Raisin Bran through and he sent me a message, said, lunch on me.
Damn.
Consider it lunch on me.
He's a good dude, man. Yeah. He's a good dude.
Got my Raisin Bran. We're going out to Getty in Harlem. Getty, you sent the super chat, so I think you sent the counterpunch that we didn't get to. Am I right about that earlier today? If so, we'll give you that today as an evening double call. Are you there? You available for us? Getty in Harlem.
Harlem World.
All right, he's not ready. We're going out to Trey in the Bay. What up?
What up?
How are you?
I'm all right, man. Out here riding around this lake, man, trying to get some fresh air. I think AJ can be Wilder on that topic. I do think Wilder. I do think that's a 50-50 fight too, though. But I do think Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua is 50-50. I do think Anthony Joshua's got a chance, man. What was the other topics? Oh, y'all gotta be careful with y'all Ali translations, man. Y'all be leaving out so much, man, and twisting the words. Ness. Please just leave the Ali shit alone, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta really do some real research, man.
What words are
man, you just gotta really do some real research, man, on the Nation of Islam and what really happened. You call it draft dodging. I mean, you can call it dodging, but his words was real.
That's still the term.
You gotta be careful, man. Words mean things. You know what I mean? You gotta be careful.
Draft dodger's a derogatory term. Draft dodger means like
that's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
Words mean things, man. Words have meanings.
I didn't hear him say that though.
You gotta get around that lightly, man, because. And in Fury, when Fury becomes an activist, when Fury gives up 3 years of his career to go to prison, when Fury, for something he's standing and believing on the injustices being done to the gypsies over there in the UK, then we can compare it to Muhammad Ali. Until then, please stop, man. It's really honestly disrespectful. Now, I do get the talking and all of that, but if that's the case, Floyd did it. Mike Tyson did it. I mean, he ain't the only motherfucker with a big mouth. You know what I'm saying? They be talking that shit. So I mean, y'all gonna have to pay us Black Americans a little more respect. That's why I always use the comparison of next thing you know they're gonna say that motherfucker Malcolm X, because really Muhammad Ali was on Malcolm X terms, and no, the Nation of Islam did not kill Malcolm X. If you read his book, you'll find out what really happened. I mean, there's just so many different levels to go on that shit. What was some other topics, y'all?
Well, I didn't say they killed them. I said they were rumored.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know.
it's just like us. Every time we see a headline, we come tell y'all the headline, and we say, "Look, this person's reporting it," But those were the rumors.
Yeah, no, I'm just letting y'all know. If you read the let me take this stupid helmet off, y'all. If you read the autobiography of Malcolm X, when you get to the end of the book, man, they don't say who killed him, but it's very clear. It's really, really, really clear. You can just use your imagination on that one. It's a short book. It's a 6th grade read for everybody who's never read it, and it'll help you out with a lot of clarity on what really happened. And then you can check out some shit on Muhammad Ali as well, man. But we had some other. I just think it's kind of disrespectful to compare him to Muhammad Ali, and he ain't got no activism in his bones. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got motherfucking depression.
Yeah, but that's your issue. You are just thinking about that. Like I'm not saying. We can't both.
And you think it's God. You all got that dope ass motherfucking family member who quit dope, and now you gotta get your life right. You gotta get your life right and find the Lord. Y'all living wrong. Them old newfound Jesus ass motherfuckers, man. He ain't the only recovering dope out here, man. So that ain't no activism, bruh.
You continue to compare it to activism. That's not what I'm doing. I never said Fury was out here fighting for any race, religion, or people. That's you. You keep bringing that up because that's the one box he doesn't check. So you're saying, oh, he didn't do this, so he can't be this. And I don't subscribe to that debate. Like that's not my argument. I don't believe that argument. I don't think that he has to do every single thing Muhammad Ali did to be compared to him. That don't make no sense. No sense.
Hey, you mean he can mimic him in the ring? I mean, what the talking shit? I do like Fury though. He pretty funny, man. But I mean, he ain't Ali, bro. Y'all gotta slow down with that.
They got comparisons. I mean, that's the first call, but they definitely got comparisons. All I'm saying, obviously, Ali has done other things, and no one is comparing that. Like, I'm definitely not bringing none of that up. But there are comparisons, man. It's for me, I feel them, and it's just like, wow, that's crazy. He did that. Oh wow, look at that. You know what I mean? And you can just, I don't know, compare them. They may be similar or familiar. They give you that familiarity maybe when you watch it. I don't know. But I'm definitely not saying he's Ali. Never said that. Info Joe, California, what up?
Intro. Whoa.
This portion of the show we call In the Know, presented by my brother.
Yo, what's up, my boxing brothers?
What up?
You hear me? Yo. Hey, man, what up, Doomsday? What up, Mario? What up, Cass? What up, Ness?
What up?
Hey, one good thing, man. It's not one good thing, but I would say a good thing came out of just for boxing fans. A lot of people. I'm glad you going back and revisiting history about boxing, man. It's gonna up your IQ. I'm glad. If this shit wouldn't never happen, people would not be going back looking at all the great fights that they never seen. So I like that shit, man. Kind of, you can put everything in perspective when you got the whole picture. And then I could, you know what I'm saying? And another one you should go check out, man, is the Sugar Ray Robinson documentary, Ness. You'll see how just to his life and his boxing and how he got from A to Z. But also I can make a comparison from him to Floyd, how flashy he was. He was a dude rolling through Harlem with the big Cadillacs, had the clubs, had the women, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You can see how flashy he was. And they got pretty good footage to where, it's in color and shit, though, this particular documentary. Forgot the name of it. There's 2 of them on YouTube right now, though. Far as them opening up boxing, where's this place taking place at? I'm for sure check this out, man. I'm thirsty for boxing. Where's this going on? This Saturday? In Nicaragua?
Yeah, Saturday in Nicaragua, and it'll be live on ESPN Deportes at 11 p.m. Eastern, with the opening card starting at 10 p.m. Eastern. Sorry.
Great. Shout out to the boxing guys, but they can use this opportunity, man. If this goes off well, and I hope, if they followed everybody after the event and see that they did not contract the virus based on the protocols that they laid before the fight, and nobody caught that shit. If they can track that and prove that they did a good job on protecting the people, that'll look good for boxing. All eyes, the whole boxing world is going to be watching this right now, all sports, to see how they handle this event. If they can track people after this event and see how well it went, it'll give people more confidence to come out and go to shows. Also seen, I don't forgot what country it is, before they went into a supermarket, they were getting sprayed down with this disinfectant. I don't know what the shit was, could be harmful to the body. But I could see something like that if they can do it where it wouldn't harm the body. Spray a mist as you go through, as you're getting your tickets or you getting checked in or whatever have you. And so I'm hoping that it goes well. I'm with you, Kaz. I still think they should do it in the studio. I think the fighters should suck it up, take the paycheck cut, and still do it. Because it's your career, it's on the line. At least you're getting something. And you know what I'm saying? You're giving something to the boxing fans, man. I wouldn't be getting so stuck up to where I got to have the audience here. I get it. I get the atmosphere. But they need, if that event happens well in Nicaragua, and I think that should be, everybody should be watching to see how well that happens, though. But if not, do it in the studio. As far as Wilder, what was the topic with Wilder? They were saying that, did he say this? If he loses again, he's done. Who said this?
Suliman went on the Black Eyed Barbershop podcast and said that he already lost, so he's got everything to gain and nothing to lose. But then in the same sentence, he said if he loses, his career is over or career's done. So it was a weird conversation.
No, I don't believe no fighter's career is done after 2 losses. I don't think so, man. But you got plenty, check out Tevin Farmer, but 7 to 8 losses came back, to be champ. So he should be inspiration for those who lost, That's one thing I hate about this era and the old era. You can have a bunch of losses and you still had that respect in boxing in the 90s and in the 80s and all this shit. Right now, we throw our fighters away after 2 losses, on to the next. That's how fucked up boxing is. But that's all I got, gentlemen. Thanks for the show. Hey, everybody.
Shit, my bad, champ. Come back in.
Yo, what I cut off at?
When you said everybody, you was about to give out your outro.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, everybody have a blessed, no stress day, man, and stay safe, man. Blessings to all y'all listening. Peace.
Blessings to you, Joe.
We going out to Israel in Oklahoma. What up, Izzy, man? Hope you heard my shout out, man. Appreciate you, man. Lunch on you.
Man,
I laughed my butt off.
I was watching the kids, and I just got back in my car and turned you on, and that's the first thing I heard. I was laughing my ass off, man. That was great. Glad you got him. Good show. What I've heard, I heard a little bit early and then a little bit late. But completely agree with Joe, man. It's a good time to catch up on some of those old good docs, some old fights. Still want to score. We got the little scoring group in the Skype chat, but I don't want to add too much because I didn't listen to everything. I do like the Devin Haney Broner fight. You'd mentioned that, I think, just off the cuff, Nez. I don't think I've even thought about that, but that's an interesting fight, especially for Devin kind of coming up, seeing if he can take out the old guard. And last thing, of course, all you listeners, YouTubers, whomever, Brandon is your caller of the year. Keep that in your mind. Y'all have a good evening.
All right. Yeah, man. We're going out to New Orleans.
So interesting that you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, with that comment. Come on. No, that was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. Rob, we're doing live TV. Man, I don't care. What you gonna do about it?
I'll tell you this, mother. Why do you have to talk like that? Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station. I'm the best ever.
Yeah,
What's up, y'all? What's up?
What up? What up? What up?
I was listening in between. I was outside working out with the kids. What was the main topic? Well, I heard Info talk about. Made a comment about Deontay Wilder, and I kind of agree back. I kind of agree with he say. Like back in the day, a lot fighters had losses and they still was respected. Like you get one or two or three losses, it's like the guy made the comment talking about the career is over, and I disagree with that. He lose to Tyson Fury. This time he's just a better guy, better opponent, and he go back to the drawing board. That his career ain't gonna be over, and that's the problem with boxing now. Everybody's scared to take that loss. That's why they want to make sure the money right is the risk worth the reward. If they take a loss, if not, I mean, they don't fight for legacy no more to me. Any else other topics? No.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ness.
Well,
Oh
go
yeah,
ahead,
no,
Myra.
there's
You open your mouth.
what'd you say?
Myra, you open your mouth. What's the next topic?
Yeah. I hope you out. So we talked about Nicaragua's coming back with boxing. We talked about Teofimo talking about he doesn't want to fight in front of fans, or he doesn't want to fight without fans. I'm sorry. And we also talked about the Wilder thing. We also talked about B-Hop talking about Canelo and Charlo is the fight to make within the next year and a half. And he's actually talking down about Canelo Triple G too. And as far as Crawford,
You mean
you
three?
touched on that.
You would mean three, right? With Triple
Yes.
G and Canelo.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to see that fight no more. I think Triple G is past his time. I think Canelo. I don't think Canelo still knock him out. I just think he beat him even more decisive this fight. I feel like Canelo lost the first fight. They gave him a draw. The second fight, Canelo beat him. This fight, he just beat Triple G even better. I don't want to see that fight. I agree with Bernard Hopkins. Hopefully they push Canelo to take that fight. That'd be a good fight. If he beat Jamal Charlie, he'll get my full respect with that. Hey, Myra, what's up with you and Stanley? Y'all friends now? I mean, y'all got a battle tomorrow, right?
Well, we got a battle tomorrow, so I'm hoping we're friends after.
I mean, yeah, of course it's competitive. It's supposed to be. Y'all go at each other, knock each other out, and then, get up and, shake hands, give each other a hug and stuff like that. Because we haven't been really promoting that. What's going on with that?
Yeah, tomorrow. I got you, man. We're going at it. We've been talking, me and him, so he's ready. I'm ready. We know it.
J Mac, how about you and me? We friends or we got drama? Like what's going on?
That's JT, not J Mac.
You confused. You confused already.
Right.
Yo, twins is confusing, right?
I
had twins in my classroom.
You starting beef already. You need to know the difference and know the names, man. Know the intros. We two different people and stuff like that. But we cool.
You know what? I thought because your intro real tough and your brother real tough. He talked tough, so I confused it by the intro. You talking friends? I thought you was more like we are the world, that kind of vibe. But nah, it's all good, JT. I know you now.
Enrique funny, man. About to call him Stainless. Stone Bone, Colorado.
What up?
What up?
Yeah, man. If Wilder lose, man, his career ain't over, man. He just got to go to the drawing board and do some rebuilding. The same thing that happens when you lose right now. He's went to the drawing board to rebuild. If Fury can be out 3 years going to coke binge, test positive for steroids and all that, and come back and regain respect and be considered number one pound for pound, why can't Wilder? AJ can get knocked out and come back and box like a welterweight and get his belt back. Why can't Wilder? And Bud to 140. He ain't going down. Them guys is coming up there. Jose don't want to stay down there. He looking for the big fight with Bud in Texas. That's late 2021. We got work to do at welterweight. AJ, I don't even want to talk about AJ. B-Hop, he's definitely setting the stage. He know that that's a fight that they're willing to do later, just not now. They need him to build up that buzz. And it'd be a shame if his brother get a pay-per-view with Crawford before he get to really do that. And Eddie Hearn and Shakur, listen. It was a little narrative of guys, on our back call trying to say, oh, the purse bid was $100,000 for the starting was $100,000 for Joet Gonzalez versus Shakur. And then I had to put him on the spot and show him that Shakur got paid $350,000 and was scheduled to make damn near $500,000 fight Mariaga. So, like he said, why would I go across the pond, put my reputation on the line, deal with the nasal spray that he can take up until the week of competition, deal with UCAD that let Dillian White get away with a failed test, deal with the same sanctioning bodies who let Dillian White wrap his hands illegally without Oscar Rivas' input. Come on, man. You be smarter than that. If he would have taken five, why would you, if you can walk across the street from New Jersey to motherfucking New York and get a chance to make $500,000, why would he fly over there in a unification bout to only get the same? It makes no sense. And as far as just fighting without fans, like Bud told you, you got to pay me more. My purse might say $6 million, $8 million, but like he said, he get paid off. He get a percentage of ticket sales. He get a percentage of other things that's going on in the ring. That same back check that Al Heyman give his guys is the same back check that Bud them get. You think them guys is gonna take that fight for that $1 million without that back check because you ain't got no fans there? You better figure out a way for your sponsors to put that money up, or the networks who need the content. They need live sporting content. They gonna say, all right, well, Bud usually get what, $8 million his fight. That's his purse. He get what, $2 million, $3 million back in. We gonna get that through sponsorship. We want to fight with limited people, spaced out with important people. It's gonna be something that's happening. And Bob Arum didn't say he's not gonna be a part of it. He said he's gonna wait until it's clear by the states that he deal with, and he said New York won't be one of them because of their breakouts. But he talked about Vegas, Texas.
Cut it. Hey man, they could always take a fight to Bud hometown. He said it's not that serious over there. And so did Israel, right? Like, it's definitely different locations, but the gathering is always going to be an issue, and anybody that puts on that first show is going to be open to criticism, heavy criticism. But we got Trey in the Bay with the boomerang. What up?
Trey
in the Bay.
Boomerang.
If
Looking
not, we
across
could
the
always try Getty on the get back.
Harlem World.
We never got
Harlem.
the Getty.
What up, Harlem?
He never answered. All right, Getty going one. There you go, Getty.
Yo, how y'all living, man? Everybody.
We all
We're
good,
good,
brother.
man.
How
We
are
good.
you?
Alive and well.
That's good to hear. So yeah, Wilder's career isn't over. I'm pretty sure Wilder's already making adjustments to conclude this trilogy so that he could get this W over Fury. Yeah, so we could just move on from that. Crawford's next option. I just really want to see Crawford. I want to see an undisputed. I know that undisputed is hard to get, but I want to see undisputed. Crawford is one of the few that has already been undisputed, and I would think that he's trying to do the same in welterweight. So I don't see him going down at 140, and I do see him going up though, but I don't see him doing it right now. I think he got some unfinished business in the welterweight. Anthony Joshua being the only guy to defeat Fury, we all know that that's false. And I definitely, if B-Hop we get that Canelo Charlo, that's going to be a good fight. Ness, I want to hear your thoughts on that even more because I got Charlo beating Canelo. And other than that, man, salutes to Haye and salute to Shakur, man. Let these young guys do their thing. That's my call.
All right. I mean, I would love that fight. You know what I mean? It would be good build up for the channel. I know people, really don't like Canelo around here. I like him, so they're going to want to see him lose. I don't think Charlo could do it from an experience standpoint, but he is younger, Actually, they're the same age, but he's fresher, right? Canelo's been fighting, way more fights. So he's been fighting longer and on a higher level, so his fights have been a little bit tougher or more gruesome. It's very interesting. I'm telling you, very interesting. I just don't know that Charlo has the experience, man. Sometimes you need experience so that because you know that term like, oh, he ran out of things to do or ran out of plan, or like, and that comes from not having experience. I think like not being in certain situations and having to go through those right then and there on the spot and spontaneously deal with that adversity versus going through that and being able to know how to react to it, maybe,
Yo, listen, and that article, it was on Boxing News 24, written by, damn, I forgot his name. Oh, Barry Holdrick.
Well, it was
Holbrook.
It was
and,
based off.
It was a good article.
Hold on, because it was based off Bernard's Instagram Live. Right now we're starving for content. Everyone's doing social media content. He was just asked a question on his live, like, "Yo, when could we get Charlo?" And
Yeah,
Canelo.
of course. But going back to the article, there was several points made on what that fight is, and it was a little biased to me in the favor of Charlo, just based on them talking about him being just going crazy on his opposition, what's been the opposition really, and saying that he could even be favored against Canelo is how I interpreted the article. But it was still a good read, even if I didn't agree with all of it. So.
Yeah, man. I think look, a year and a half sounds like enough time. I mean, if you go on Instagram and you put in, let me see, I actually got my Instagram connected to my desktop. Let me see.
One other point he made too while you're doing that is that it would behoove Golden Boy and Canelo to get Charlo right now before the decline of Canelo starts, which he said 6-7 years left in the sport. So it's that whole Mayweather Canelo thing that we talk about, and it would, he was saying that it would be in his favor to get him right now while he's still a little greener. And while Canelo is obviously still at the top of his game.
So it's a chess match. Get Charlo young, beat him. Charlo gets recognition. Golden Boy signs him.
Damn, that's a plan right there.
How? What's the plan? Golden Boy signs him. That's why.
Why would he even go? Like the crown's on this side of town now. Like.
That's true too, man. I was just.
But he said if Canelo beats him, though. Right?
Oh, if Canelo beats him, but he ain't going nowhere.
I don't think he will. But
I just think it's a good move for Charlo. Period. If he wins or lose, especially if he wins. But if he loses, then we get that whole Mayweather.
You feel like all right. If this fight happens after Triple G fight, you think that
it should happen.
Canelo's facing a prime Jamal Charlo?
Of course.
So it's like, does this go along with the normal blueprint that Canelo's always tagged for? That he's always catching people, with certain limitations or weight or whatever it may be.
So wouldn't Charlo be in his prime?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what I'm getting to is like, are we gonna
give him credit?
Yeah, we're gonna give him credit, or we're gonna come up with something like, nah, Jamal wasn't ready. It was too soon. I mean, like, everybody keep talking about my man Canelo's knee and all this other shit. Like, all right, so like, if he gets this fight, is he gonna get the credit?
Of course, this is how I put it. Bernard mentioning the name right now is just putting it out in the universe. It's going to be manifested after the Triple G fight, because Triple G fight is money. So Jamal Charlo is going to have a fight as well, and it's going to be mentioned. And Jamal is going to show you how ready he is in that fight before Saul Canelo.
So you think that's in Canelo's best interest, like the team? If you were a team, you and Canelo's team, like, yo, we're gonna take this kid at his prime, or we're gonna delay the fight a little more.
Nah, well, who would he fight that would interest you a little more? Billy Joe Saunders?
I mean, Billy Joe has always been the one that I wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? Because Billy Joe got that boxing skills. He knows.
He fought Lemieux.
Not only because he fought Lemieux, but because he shows that he does well against fighters that come forward. He likes boxing, so he's a boxer, and that was a good challenge for me and a name for Canelo, especially in the UK. Billy garners a lot of attention in the UK.
I think Sergey Derenchenko deserves a fight with Billy Joe Saunders to get the Canelo fight after Jamal Charlo.
All right, so what? Sergey versus who you said?
Sergey versus Billy Joe Saunders.
Oh, Billy Joe. Okay.
To prove himself, right? To prove himself, because what was it? What was the conversation? Yo, how good has your opponent that you beat done after you beat him? We haven't heard of Lemieux.
That's true, but Lemieux, it wasn't his last fight, though, right?
What you mean you haven't heard of Lemieux since he lost? You mean, or
since
at all?
He fought Billy Joe Saunders, the infamous home run.
He got to rebuild. Champ.
What are you talking about? I said that you are even better. You are a better fighter, based on what your opponent that you beat does after you beat him.
Yeah. And I'm saying Lemieux deserves his rebuild time. That's all.
How many years ago was it?
Yeah, but I mean, Lemieux was knocked out, right? Wasn't he knocked out
by Billy Joe?
No, by somebody else. Like, he suffered a knockout loss.
Yes, he did. It was Rubio.
Oh, the guy with the mustache.
No. Recently, didn't somebody knock him out? And
Gary O'Sullivan.
No, he knocked out Gary. He knocked out Gary.
So now, Lemieux is not doing well as a fighter, right? So Billy Joe Saunders can't use that as a credible opponent. Like, yo, I look this good. I'm a great fighter.
Yo, but he fought him when he fought him. Like, you know what I mean? You can't discredit when he fought him now because, you know, Lemieux isn't what he once was. If that makes any sense.
It makes zero sense because I'm basing this theory off of what Canelo is today, what he makes Floyd Mayweather look like. You follow?
Yo, just match up Billy Joe versus Jamal Charlo. Who you got? Like, you know what I'm saying? Try to.
I would like that fight.
Nah, but who's a better challenge to Canelo in your opinion? Because like, I'm leaning towards a guy like Billy Joe.
Yo, let me just play this little clippy clip.
Let me tell you something. I think Jamal Charlo had to fight somebody and I think any fighter, whether they would go to or not, need to fight someone that he could be the underdog in, that can beat him, that he can beat them. But I think you have to earn the right by names, by what you've done, not who you are. I think if we start thinking about what they've done to be able to justify their earning in the step of the process. And that process is you don't fight a superstar like Canelo when he wins this Saturday on HBO pay-per-view based on you being undefeated, based on you being not a new face, but a face that's getting familiar with people in the boxing world, but not mainstream people in society. There's a difference.
So, same thing we've been telling people, man. Like, you gotta get your name up. You gotta become somebody. You know, you ain't just gonna get a fight because you undefeated. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gotta be a little bit more than that.
You gotta have that profile.
Yo, does Jamal got the names on the resume up to this point for that to qualify?
Nah,
because he said, what did he say? He said that you have to go into a fight where you could be an underdog.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's tough for me. The only one I can say is J-Rock. But
if we hold Charlo to that standard, bruh, we gotta hold Crawford to that standard. Crawford's never been the underdog, and some guys are that good that they'll never be the underdog. AJ was never the underdog. He just lost to the underdog, but he was not the underdog. Some guys just don't get put in underdog position. Fury he was the underdog both times.
What about Spence? Was Spence the underdog? Where was Spence the underdog?
Nah, man, Spence was the favorite versus the favorite versus Mikey and versus Porter.
Damn, that's a good angle, man. I'm looking at Jamal's resume and I only see two names: Austin Trout
and Julian Williams.
Yeah, Julian Williams.
And you can't really. Look, I know this is gonna sound retarded, so walk with me. It's hard to give him. It's hard to give him credit for Trout when you're talking about Charlo versus Canelo. When Canelo's the one that beat Trout to make him, he was undefeated when Canelo beat him. So you gonna give Charlo credit for beating Trout when Canelo the one that did that first? You feel me? So it's I don't know, man. Like, you know.
Yeah, he caught him at a better time. You might even say.
Of course, he caught an undefeated.
Yeah, you could definitely say
he
that.
caught an undefeated Trout off the Cotto win. That's the best Trout of his life right there because he was coming in red hot, full of confidence off of that Cotto win.
On fire.
Jamal needs this. He needs a guy like Canelo. Like he'll be the underdog in that fight for sure.
Of course.
It would have been one thing if Jamal would have like stopped Trout or did something better than Canelo did against Trout. That would be a different, you know what I mean?
But no one stopped Trout, and he's fought dogs. No one stopped him. Not Herb, not Jamel, not Charlo.
I wonder if the Jamel Charlo Canelo Alvarez press conference is going to be a gentleman's press
it's not
conference.
Jamel. First of all, Jamel's 54. Jamal.
I said Jamal. I'm looking right at his name.
You said Jamel.
All right, we could have this argument.
Fair.
But Jamal, you know Jamal. This Jamal. And that's it.
Brother.
Like,
his brother.
like his brother's the talker, but Jamal, he just makes faces and sucks his teeth. You know, every now and then he might you gotta push him. You gotta push him.
So it's gonna be a gentleman's press
Absolutely, bro. Like, is he gonna get on the press conference and really quick with no charisma? And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but he ain't gonna swagoo the mic. He gonna be like, man, Canelo been ducking me and my brother when we both was at 54. He acting like we don't, you know us. You know me, Oscar. Acting like y'all don't know us. Man, I'm going to beat his ass. Watch. You going to see why he been running for all these years. That's it. That's all he giving you, though. That's it.
Yo, what press conference was Canelo in where he was like holding everybody back? He took like a samurai stance and shit.
Oh, that was Daniel Jacobs. Daniel Jacobs. Nah.
Yeah,
that was Jacobs. That was Jacobs Canelo. He was about to go off on Jacobs.
I need to see that
again. But that souped him up. That was the best performance of his life, though. He was looking like Neo in the Matrix versus Jacobs.
You ain't even kidding. There's so many highlights of that head movement.
You don't want to hype up Canelo. You don't want them fucking money. You don't want that man on his A
Canelo
game.
get back. He get like this.
He did.
Back like.
Yo, he got real low on that. I want to see that again. Yo, Jamal would definitely bring that type of energy. I mean, I don't know how much Canelo likes that.
In the ring, he ain't bringing no energy at the press conference, bro. Listen, Canelo speaks no English. No English, so it's on Jamal to be Fury. Salad. But he won't.
You gotta learn some Spanish, Jamal. He start throwing some Spanish.
Spanish for what?
Spanish.
For
Yo,
what?
Throw some Spanish out there.
Bruh,
I think
this is America. No, man. He's supposed to insult him. Insult him. You've been dodging me. When I had the IBF, why you ain't want to unify with me, but you fought some dude. You and your promoter. The problem is he's not gonna flow with it. But him and his promoter, he could be like, you and your promoter, say that I'm not popular, but you went and fought some dude from the UK and Liam Smith for a 54 belt. You ain't want my belt. You know what I'm saying? Mad shit he could say. Yo.
Canelo might approach it all friendly, like handshakes and stuff like that.
Yeah, and Charlo got to be the bad guy. Charlo got to be the bad guy. See, and I'm glad what Info Joe said. He's right. This is a good time to go back, and it is going to sharpen your tools because that's what Liston was. He was the bad guy. Sometimes that's what you got to be. Not everybody could be Floyd Patterson and Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm saying? Looking all pretty and selling the tickets and bringing the ladies. That ain't your job. That ain't your job. Jamal ain't got to worry about bringing ladies. He got a girl and a whole family. All he got to do is worry about feeding them. How you going to feed them? By being the antagonist.
Yo, talking shit in Spanish. Go learn a little Spanish,
man. Get the fuck out of here.
Yo, that look good.
Yo, you got
it on camera, bro.
Bro, you disrespect them in English.
I kick your ass in Spanish.
You disrespect him in English and force him. Force him to learn English.
Yo, what if Canelo thinks he's Spanish because his last name is Charlo? He's like, Charlo, ven aquí. Dame hablar contigo.
Charlo. Charlo. That's hilarious, bro.
Nah, and that's how they gonna say it too. No, los charlos son buenos peleadores, pero ellos no están en mi nivel. That's what he gonna say. Like, they good, but they ain't on my level. They never. That's what's gonna come out his mouth in every and that's the problem that Jamal won't be able to hear that and interpret that. But like, he gonna say that like, bro, they ain't been on my level. They haven't fought on my level. Who's he fought? My leftovers? That's what he's gonna say. He's gonna say, what world champion has he beat? Julian Williams wasn't a world champion. What world champion has he beat? What adversity has he faced? Come on. Come on.
When was he the underdog?
Exactly.
Come on. That's why I said, see, I'm out here giving dudes career-defining fights. I told Charlo in the summer in Mexico, fight Benavidez. Fight Benavidez. You would be the underdog. That would be a super fight. You got your own Mexican now. You ain't got to worry about Canelo. Go do a nice little pay-per-view with Benavidez for David Benavidez' 168-pound belt. Yeah. People like, yo, but why he got to move up? Why he got to move up? Canelo, la, la, la. Yo, bruh, life ain't fucking perfect. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to get flagged from YouTube and, you know, I want to have 1 million subscribers, but that ain't the way shit goes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to do sometimes a little more than others, man, to get where you need to go.
Yo, you brought up a good one. Like, maybe he can get another another Mexican dance partner, another Mexican star. That David Benavidez is official. Even a Jaime Munguia.
And that's PBC. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, at least Bob Arum believes in Crawford. At least, like, I'd give Crawford shit, but at least Bob is out here spending his money on those pay-per-views. That's his money. That's his money. So why they ain't doing that with Charlo? What's up? 2-division champ, all this, like, throw him in there. They did it for Earl.
Does that fight happen?
I don't think
not
it
with
does,
Charlo.
man.
Not with Charlo.
Not with Charlo.
Not with Charlo. Why
I don't know, because that's the zone, and they season. They getting that turkey fat for Canelo. That's one of the 8.
Exactly.
That's one of the 8.
That if you're gonna cash him out, and I don't know. If you're gonna cash him out, it's gonna be against Canelo. You know what I mean? You're not gonna build that guy up and then feed him to the opposition.
Listen, Charlo's in the 8. Charlo's in the 8. Okay, Billy Joe, Triple G, Jaime, Charlo. Andre is the last one. I still gotta find you. But I gotta find you 4 more names before, at least 3 more names before I throw Andre in there. Benavidez, Caleb Plant.
I mean, who you gonna
Conor
give?
McGregor. That's 8. That's 8. That's 8.
The X factor. That's the X factor.
That's 8. That's 8 right there. Andre would be 9. He the odd man now. That's the last of the last fight anybody wants is Andre Charlo.
But that might be
unfortunately. See, perfect
Andre
world.
Charlo or Andre Canelo?
Andre Canelo, excuse me, you're right. That's the world we need. Andre and Charlo got to fight each other because that's the fight that B-Hop is talking about. Who's going to be the favorite in that fight? If it was Charlo, Andre, who's the favorite? Oh, pretty close, huh? Maybe it's even. Now B-Hop is like, you see, now he's in a real fight. You know what I mean? Because definitely Canelo's been in the real fight. People thought he was going to lose to Triple G. He gave you 2 fights with Triple G. So, you know, like everybody got to be in that 50-50, you know? Earl and Bud, that's his 50-50, you know? Wilder, Fury, that was his 50-50, even though the betting lines have Fury favorite.
Demetrius Andrade versus
and then
Jamal Charlo.
remember Fight Night, they even had Wilder favorite. You know, that shit was flip-floppity. You said what?
I would love that fight.
What? Demetrius who?
Andrade and Charlo.
And then winner has more stake in that golden ticket.
Of course.
More
of
clout.
course. And if Charlo doesn't want to do that, go fight Benavidez. Go fight Plant. Imagine him and Plant on PBC on Fox.
Dan, he goes up, he dares to be great, and he conquers another division. That would be super. I think Canelo's ears will raise on that.
And let me tell you something. Look, everybody want to talk undisputed because Crawford did it, but before Crawford, it was like 2006. You know what I'm saying? It's a long time ago.
My biggest fear is
hold on. So all I'm saying is, not everybody's story is undisputed, and you know, I learned today in one of the stories that we supposed to have touched on that, okay, the Steve Kim ESPN Is Crawford a Star story, that they put in a dude that did everything Crawford did, a big name too. Damn, pull up the story, Myra. You can find it quicker than me towards the end. And he didn't get into the Hall of Fame yet. You know what I mean? So it ain't about undisputed every time because it's hard to do. Sanctioning bodies, rules, fees, mandatories. It's hard to do. But if you that dude that you was a champion at 54 and you were a champion at 60, now you're a champion at 68, that's still credible. You're still a 3-division champion. Adrian Broner didn't unify and undispute no division, but he gets clout and a paycheck of a 4-division champ. And he made his name. He jumped up 4 divisions to get the big fight. Sometimes you got to do that. It ain't a perfect world. People mad like, oh, but why you got to keep moving up? Because it ain't a perfect world.
Nah, and sometimes it works out for you. I mean, look, if Jamal does jump up and he takes on the likes of David and he beats him, you know, it's like all that attention that he's going to garner from that and him being a two division champion is just going to add to that greatness that Canelo wants to put on his resume. He only wants to fight guys that look great on his resume. You know, he's on his way to just leaving a legacy like, yo, I fought guys that fought great people. And we've been talking about, you know, having those marquee names in your resume, man. And going up and taking on, and that's what's been happening, man. A lot of these guys are taking on these challenges and like taking these risks. And it's like, if you really want that payday, you got to have a game plan to get that attention from Canelo, bro. I'm really feeling this Jamal Charlo moving up, fighting David Benavidez, and just people moving up. Benavidez
won it. I interviewed him. Charlo said, yeah, he like it, but he ain't push to get that fight. Benavidez and his father both won it. They won it.
I mean, if I'm Jamal Charlo, like, I fought Dennis Hogan last and shit.
2 54-pounders.
Yeah.
Yo, like, but look, people don't see that. People saying, Canelo's ducking him instead of looking at it with the business goggles, right? Put your business goggles on, Doomy. Remember in elementary, Mario, your teacher used to say, put your thinking cap on, guys. Right? So let's put our thinking cap on, Enrique. Charlo goes to Barclays Center. It's his time to shine. The twins. First time. Main event, co-main event. Yeah, we about to take shit over.
Who we fighting?
Matt Korobov.
Ooh, okay.
Shit don't go as planned. That fight tight. The world think, maybe you need to rematch him. Maybe you ain't win that fight.
Oh,
Keep the business goggles and the thinking cap on, because what does the powers that be, the people that move the pawns?
Right.
Because those pawns, you know, some people, because they don't play chess, they take the word pawn as disrespectful.
Oh, these dudes right here.
You know?
Nah.
So when you don't play chess, you take pawns as disrespectful, but pawns grow up to be big. You know what I mean?
So you make it across the board, you a king.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is what Ness was alluding to. It was part of the article on ESPN by Steve Kim. This was actually written by Steve Kim, and he brought up the name Mike McCallum, who, like Crawford, was skilled craftsman who won major titles at 3 classes, 154, 160, and 175, and he was highly accomplished, spanning his career from 1981 to 1997. However, the body snatcher, which was his nickname, unfortunately never was able to land an opportunity to become a star by facing the likes of Thomas Hearns, Robert Duran, or Marvin Hagler, which would have elevated his status. And that's the exact same thing. Good call, Ness. And I couldn't find it. I was like panicking.
Nah, I'm glad you didn't say, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm glad you found it, yo. I forgot my point. Where we were going? What I was saying? Oh shit, man.
Yeah, man, you were saying about he lost some name. Not he didn't lose, he won, but it was debatable.
Oh yeah. So
the powers that
so
be
to
were
keep
like,
your goggles on, your business goggles, and your thinking cap. So Al Heyman sees that. Damn, he ain't knock out Matt Korobov. He ain't look good with Matt Korobov. Let's throw him a bone.
Did he complain about that camp at all?
I don't know about complaints, but Al said let's throw him a bone. What they throw him? Brandon Adams. Brandon Adams. Where's Brandon Adams from? 154. What's Brandon Adams been doing? Fighting 5-round fights on the Contender television. So he's not really ready. He's been off 3 years. Let's give him that. And then what happened? He didn't even knock him out. So it's like, fuck it. Yo, chill. We ain't mad at him. We not gonna sell our stock. Jaime, when
Munguia.
Yeah, Jaime Munguia had a tough fight. The people know Dennis Hogan arguably beat Jaime. Let's put him in there with Jaime. With Jaime's past opponent, and hopefully no one remembers that it was a 54-pounder. So, those that remembered, those that didn't, and Charlo got a knockout. Now he's, that's what you want to do for your fighter. If I was a manager and I had the money, that's what I want to do. I want to get my guy a knockout win. Now his confidence is back. Same way I said when Trout beat Cotto, his confidence was there going into the Canelo fight. Why? Because he just won the biggest fight of his career. The biggest fight of his career before fighting Canelo was obviously Cotto, and he won. There's no better high. You could, where's your mind at if you going into a fight off a loss? You in a must-win situation. When you coming in as a win, you in a defense situation. You want to rack up title defenses, accomplishments, accolades. I don't know.
So how many more does he go through before he gets to be in that position? There, he had Brandon Adams, Dennis Hogan, Matt Korobov.
They were
Is he ready? Is he ready?
Yeah. In their eyes, again, because we got the business goggles on. So Al has released rumors that is going to be Eubank. Eubank is a natural 160-pounder. Even a guy that I believe has moved up to 68 for once. Right? He moved up once or something like that. Let me double check.
That's it.
Yeah, once I think.
That's a name. That's definitely a name.
Is it though?
I
don't know.
Not as a hardcore. I'll tell you that. Like as
it's a better name. I'll say that. But is it a name like the way we talk about names? I don't think so.
You're right, Mario. It's a better name than Brandon Adams, Matt Korobov, and Dennis Hogan. But I don't know what it does for Charlo here in America. That's not a fight he could do in Texas. That's not. He can't have his girl come to watch that with the family. Like, who the hell is Chris Eubank? I'm sorry. But Eubank at least, is a naturally big dude. He started at 166.
He KO'd Korobov. So, it just kind of shows you kind of like, hey.
That was the PBC setup. They put him on the undercard. When Charlo knocked out Hogan, Chris Eubank knocked out Korobov. But it's like you said, what's the more impressive knockout? Is the 54-pounder impressive, or is the dude that knocked out the dude you struggled with more impressive? And I respect Chris Eubank for knocking out Korobov, And then he got the James DeGale win, which even though DeGale was at the end of the career, he got that. But again, this guy's he's in the UK, man. I don't think he's bringing that clout like that. Now he could, because he is big time, right? Like he's like very, I don't know, he's popular, man. His father's very big in the UK. He's, a guy that looks good, very flashy, nice cars and things like that. So, maybe Eubank can bring the charisma that is needed at a press conference. JT, I want to give him credit. I think it was JT. Let me see. I think it was JT that said that Charlo needs to do what Thurman did to Pacquiao and insult. You have to, because you do that to Canelo, and that's how you sell the fight. You got to. Someone's got to be that guy. And again, watching all these old fights now, even Big George was that guy. Even Ali was that guy. Ali was that guy, okay? Like, everyone has to play the role of Clubber Lang. It just has to come a time where you got to do it. Liston did it. Ali did it. Frazier did it. Floyd did it. Sugar Shane Mosley did it. Like, not Oscar, but Bernard definitely did it. He threw the flag down, bro. Like the Puerto Rican flag. Like, you got to do it, man. Like, stop being hard-headed. You know, get your big fight. Get your big fight now. Don't let your prime years where you pass you by. But again, with the business goggles, probably a better thing that he didn't get the fight yet. It's better that he gets it now or in 2021 when Canelo's knee is a little more fucked up. You know, Canelo's sparring and training with knee braces, man. It's different.
Yo, Canelo got three fights out of that 10 fight deal already out the way, right?
2 fights out of the 10, bro.
2 fights out of 10.
Yeah,
Holy
I told
shit.
you, got 8 fights left.
So there's time. There's time for that lottery ticket to be gotten.
Definitely time. I mean, look,
especially if he's saying 6 or 7 years till he retires. People are saying that's we got to get that fight. Yo, that's still a long time.
No, listen, man. The fact that Bernard is saying a year and a half means it's really happening because he is part of the 8. You can't, unless someone emerges, unless Callum Smith gets popular, someone got to emerge and become popular to replace a name there.
Wait, was Rocky Fielding not part of that was part of the zone?
No.
Wasn't it? No? Okay, my bad.
It was a 10 fight. That one was a bonus. That happened in December.
Got you. So 2 fights on the deal, 3 fights total for DAZN, or that he's fought on DAZN.
Yeah, let me give Stonebone Trey's boomerang. Talk to a Stonebone.
Oh shit, I was all in the background doing some other shit. And what else? Oh yeah, listen. If the fights is going to be starting to happen, there's going to be a framework that's being laid out. It's not going to be a blind 25,000 venue. You're talking probably more. It'll probably look like, you remember when what's the name fought in Saudi Arabia and the sheiks was sitting in their little thing by themselves and it was like 6 feet apart and they had like 12 feet area. They was sitting on like a damn throne or something. I think that was a Amir Khan fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, just imagine something like that. And the studio thing, the best I could describe the studio thing is, think about when you watching the fight, what was it, Ultimate Fighter and the Contender, those type of series. That's what I'm thinking when I'm thinking. You remember how it'd be like the guy and just his family would be there, and then it'd be like a couple, like whoever is important to the show, they'll do a fight. It'd be 30 people in the audience. So I think that's something that we can kind of wrap our minds around of what it's going to look like. Just don't be, and believe it, man, Canelo get paid all of that money and he's not even doing pay-per-view. So you don't think that there's ways to put on these fights without the revenue from a crowd? Imagine how much money is being lost doing just the revenue for Canelo on the zone versus him doing 1 million pay-per-views. So, of course, if they can still pay Canelo $30 million, they can get these guys $10 million to put on these things without huge crowds. So that's just something we just need to keep our mind in tune to and stop saying that it's going to be a pay cut. Prove to me that they got to get a pay cut. Prove to me that networks ain't starving for content. Prove to me that right now the NFL ain't getting paid billions of dollars in ads doing a virtual goddamn draft. A virtual draft, and they getting billions of dollars in ads like it's the Super Bowl. With no crowds, no ticket sales, nothing. Just a bunch of teams, I don't want to say auctioning off people, but pretty much that's what they doing. So let's stop thinking it's going to be a pay cut. This might be a time where guys, like you say, it might be some renegotiating going on right now. You want my services, you got to pay me what I'm worth. And apparently what I'm worth is enough to put 15,000 people in here. But since they can't come, I still need to be compensated accordingly. I need hazard pay. Ain't nobody out here, ain't nobody else going to work and getting paid less. So why would these fighters go put their life, their family, their training, their team, and not get paid more? You know what I mean? What's different between them and the person who going to work and ain't even essential? The fighter ain't essential. So I don't think it's gonna be no pay cuts. These dudes need to get their money. These advertisers got plenty of bread. ESPN ain't hurting. I just redo my ESPN Disney package, so I got all of that shit. They got plenty of money, bro. And imagine how many more Disney subscribers they got right now with all these kids home from school.
Stone Bone, thanks for calling in. We got Boomerang in Detroit jumped on with us.
Red belt, black belt, WO and green. I'm king. Undisputed GOAT, TBE. And you can catch the news first on TBV. Voice of the people now let me speak. Scientists of the sweet, BOXING.
Yo, TBV was good.
What up?
Yo, you know. Sorry, I'm at work, man, and my Bluetooth gone, so I had to hold on for a minute. Mario, you there?
You know it.
Yo, man, I'll see you tomorrow, man. That's all I wanted to say.
Tomorrow. I got you.
If y'all listening, make sure y'all on that morning show so y'all can see the death of a king, because tomorrow Mario getting ate up.
Yo, listen.
As I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. This TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, then I guess you won't see Mario get murdered tomorrow because you're stupid. And shout out to El Camino. Peace.
But
they talking about that battle on YouTube. I guess that battle happened on the Shakur show, right? When did that happen? The first one?
That battle happened 2 Fridays ago, and it was about, oh man,
what's the show though? The morning show, because I feel like I'm getting comments on the Shakur Valdez morning show.
Yes, that's what it was. Valdez. Yep, it was the Valdez.
Okay, yeah, people, Stanless need to change the storyline because people like, damn, Mario bodied him. Like,
yo, it's gonna be crazy tomorrow. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be crazy. Y'all are gonna have to cut it.
I'm ready for the hot 16, Wario.
I got you. I'm not gonna disappoint. Yo, like I started writing, and I'm not gonna lie, like it was like, yo, these are pretty good. And then I didn't look at it for like 4 days or so. I was like, man, let me get my flow right. I looked at it, I was like, oh man,
bro. Once you go in, just pace yourself. You're right. Well,
because Ness cut me with the clock last time, and I understand why he did it. I'm not hating. I'm just saying, like, when he did that, it kind of was like, oh, man, I didn't get some of my best lines.
We got to get this in order.
I'm saying, look.
How long are the rounds?
We might as well change it up because, you know.
I'm saying, like, you're going to spit.
If it ain't work 32, for you, it ain't work for you.
16,
let's
16.
Let's do 60 seconds. 60 seconds. I think that's a fair number.
Yeah, that ain't too long.
Okay, well, let's go 45.
I did do that. I did give you a minute. What are you talking about?
No. But I told you, I'm not hating on you. I wasn't prepared to do 60 seconds. Like, I was going super slow. Like, I was going way too slow between bars. So, yeah, that was my fault I didn't get it off. I'm not saying it was you. I just need to now get my stuff into a minute, which I've been doing, so.
Marinating them bars.
I say if the rounds are close, look, we do 1 round. And if everybody considers it a draw, then we give an extra 30 seconds. For a second round.
Yo, we're gonna have a scorecard on this, so it's like it's gonna be a vote.
Yeah, man. Just don't forget that a 10-8 and a 10-7 is possible.
Yo, you get a 10-8 if you pause. Like, we gotta come up with a 10-8 rule. Like, where can I give you a 10-8 where Ness gotta press the button? Like, hold up. 1, 2.
Oh, that would be crazy. Yo, that would be nuts. That's a really good idea, though.
Your man stuttered twice, more than 2 times. I mean, you might have to get a standing 8. And like, yo, chill, gather your thoughts and emotions, chant, and come back into the fight.
Bruh, I'm going for an 11. Never been done before.
I'm talking cash shit on the chat, saying that you're gonna get that cannabis second round knockout, champ.
I got you. Place your bets.
Let me go, Getty. Are you available? Because, like I said, I have received a notification about a counterpunch from you earlier today that I highly doubt you got to use, right?
Yeah, no doubt, man. Nah, yeah, for sure, man. I'm definitely here. I just wanted to go talk more about Charlo and a few things. One for the boxing that's gonna happen at equal. I forget where y'all said it at. Hopefully that works out best. I'm definitely looking for Charlo to fight Andre for that unification. I mean, if not, if he got to move up, I think that might be a last option. But I wouldn't mind seeing him move up. But I do want him to be smart about his road to unification and road to undisputed if it may happen. And my last question is, do y'all think boxing can thrive without controversy?
No, it's got to have controversy.
Controversy sells like sex.
Just like football's got controversy, you know, they added replay when the scrub refs were in there. I mean, scab refs were in there. You know, basketball had timeouts for looking back at the shot. I mean, for the play to check shot clocks and toes on lines, all that stuff. Baseball, same thing. Now they're saying baseball is going to have computerized umpires, which to me is crazy. But everybody's got to have their controversy. You know, it definitely pumps up a sport. For better, for worse, but there's no such thing as bad press, as my man Doomy says.
Controversy. I mean, look, man, it's entertainment, man, and when you add the flavor of controversy and all that, just spices things up.
Man, controversy comes organically, and that's what makes people debate it. Like, nah, that ain't true. Nah. So there's contradiction in controversy, and that's what makes it more popular and needed. Because controversy ain't made up. It's not like, let's go start some controversy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the Crawford Charlo shit is already there and already organic, man. They got to jump on that. But let me see. That's everybody, man. That's everybody. No, just final thought it, I guess.
I'll find out because you got me, you got me leaning on Crawford going up now, and you got me leaning on Jamal going up now, and you got me thinking like,
I'm just saying, make your own lane rather than sit around, crying that Canelo ain't giving you a shot, mad that Al ain't letting you play. Do your own thing.
You're right, and you got 8 fights that still on Canelo's contract. Like, some of y'all better get on your horse and really start getting a trajectory going, a plan going, because like y'all ain't gonna fight forever. And if y'all at the top of your game right now, y'all haven't lost, put those names you got to put on your resume and get that motherfucking fight in the next 3-4 years. Like, I don't know. He looked like he gonna be around for at least 4 or 5 years. I mean, 4 years, 2 fights a year. That's 8 fights. So y'all get y'all trajectory in line and put those names that's gonna get Canelo talking about you. That's my final thoughts on that one.
Yeah, my final thoughts are I'm glad that Haye got reinstated. I know we didn't get to talk about that. And the fact that Campbell and Fortuna are gonna fight. You know, it is what it is. At least at the end of the day, we have a definitive champion, and we know that what those two people are fighting for. They're fighting for the right to fight Devin Haney. They're fighting for the right to get into that ring. They're not fighting for a championship. So I'm glad that was straightened out, because at the end of the day, if they were given that right, that would have been that's the kind of controversy, in my opinion, that kills the sport of boxing. So,
man, my final thought is this, man. Terence Crawford, I really want to see him fight any PBC welterweight. That has to happen, man. Why move up? Why move up to fight a Charlo, who is also PBC, when you have all those other PBC fighters, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, and the list goes on and on. So, yeah, that's what it's about for me tonight. So, Earl Spence, Terence Crawford, only can happen if Terence Crawford was in the draft tonight.
Damn, imagine both twins moving up at the same time and going for greatness at the same time.
Follow me, TBV_casual fan on Twitter and YouTube, and my boxing fan apparel Patreon, 2 for $30. Hit me up if you see a shirt I'm wearing on this show like the one I have on tonight, DBX. Go on to patreon.com/boxing fan apparel. Peace. I'll see you in the morning.
Yo, at Mario McGee on Twitter, at Mario McGee on Instagram. And yeah, don't go ahead and don't get your shirt. And then guess what? I'm a flex on you because I'm about to get mines.
Yeah, keep back 6 feet and all that other boutique goodness at boxingfanapparel.com. Don't forget, we will be back in the mañana like we always do. So, you can catch me on IG, Alex_Doomsday_LAINEZ, or on Twitter, AlexLinusTBV. Facebook, Alexander Lainez. And shout out to all the TBV chat kings out here, holding it down on the chat. Bless up. Visit the Patreon page, all that good stuff. We are working on that Wednesday show to cast our net per se and make this TBV family bigger and better.
Yeah, really quick. Definitely want to do my Patreon spiel, however it's pronounced. Don't forget you can get in on Patreon at the entry level of $3, where you just get us a cup of coffee. With that $3, you'll basically be able to ask just about almost any guest a question. Sometimes some champions, I won't front, I do not put them at the $3 level because it would just be, 50, 60, 70 questions that we won't be able to get to. Bigger name. But you can get in as low as $3 a month, buy us a cup of coffee, ask every fighter a question, plus be part of numerous posts that we do asking you a question, right? Whether it be your suggestions for our flagship show topic recommendations, whether it be your suggestion and or thoughts on what film study we review, whether it is a fight that we review, a video, and whatever it is that training footage. For Film Study Tuesdays, same thing. The $3 gets you in to ask a question for Untitled as well. $5 obviously gets you straight into Border Wars. Border Wars is definitely a big thing. We've had plenty of people sign up just for Border Wars right now. Like boxing, we're on Border Wars drought, man. When's the last Border Wars? When did it happen? I don't even remember now.
February 28th.
Yes, Mikey's fight. Wow.
Yeah, man. I'm
29.
Wow, it's only been 2 months. Jesus Christ.
I missed that shit, though, bro.
It feels so long. But yeah, man, Border Wars is the $5 level. And, you can obviously get all the live streams for Border Wars. All, fight and training footage, sparring footage from all the fighters from around the world. You also get the live episode of Untitled every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. You also get the film study episode every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And you also get the ability to receive the Thursday flagship show and call in with Skype on Thursday. Same thing for $10 except everything plus Sunday. And for $15, all of the above plus every single daily show and spontaneous show, which, we're really thinking about the Wednesday show, which I posted a link in the chat. If you haven't done so already, click on that and, kind of check out what it is we're asking, basically your advice and or questions for. Yeah, man. But we are we're at 305. So we got 5 people, all right?
Sound the alarm.
5 people, 5 new people. But look,
we'll have more at the
it's actually a lot of new people, to be honest with you, but we are, it's like YouTube. You gain subscribers, you lose subscribers. Everyone's situation changes, and we understand that. But we are going to sound the alarm every time we get a new one, and we got 5 new ones, you know what I mean? We've been fluctuating from 300. We got 5 new ones. Mario, it looks like we got a call, 503-806. That looks so familiar. Is that? Oh, man, I don't know.
Welcome to the family.
I got you.
That Florida?
But,
That is Josue in Oregon.
There you go.
Oregon. Josue in Oregon.
But yeah, man, we're
Long
moving on
time.
up, man. We're moving on up slowly but surely. You know, it's not a race, it's a marathon. And we're going to continue to provide you guys with quality content. And I'm sure the number of Patreons will continue to increase. But don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend. Obviously, there's no better advertisement than word of mouth. But we do plan on, like I said, doing a Wednesday show on YouTube to, you know, not let them forget who we are and still attract some new listeners and audience and callers and things of that nature. 503, is that King Born?
That's Josue from Oregon.
Oh, yeah, in Oregon. Josue, what up?
Yo, what up, Ness? What up, Mario? What up, Doomsday? What up, Enrique Iglesias? Yo, Ness, I got a question for you, man. I might be late on this, but you ever watched a short documentary on boxing called Counterpuncher on Netflix? You ever check that out?
Yeah, with Chris Colbert?
Yeah, okay, all right, so you know about it. Okay, I was like late on it, but yeah. But anyways, I thought you didn't watch it. I wanted to recommend it and everything because it's like I heard your voice on it, so I was like, oh shit, that's that's GTO. So you know what I mean, I wanted to. That was dope, man. So but the documentary's dope and everything. But also too, man, you guys always on I know I'm late on this, but on the Untitles, you guys are always request or asking for stuff to watch, and I want to recommend a show. If you guys have Prime Video on Amazon, it's called 000. Yeah. It just dropped. It's a 2020 show. Check that out. Narcos, business people in shady drug business. It's dope. Check it out. Viva Boxing Voice and Viva Mexico.
All right. Yo.
Viva Mexico.
He's not the first.
Yo, 000. I'm gonna check that out. That shit sound crazy. Narcos is a legendary show. Shit.
Yeah, he's not the first to recommend 000. I think we said it on another Untitled show. But yeah, man, that's it, man. And Instagram, and I said Instagram and Twitter at NSGTO.
Peace. Buenas noches.